evening, good evening. Welcome to Toxic Femininity, the place with the most beautiful and intelligent women on the internet.
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
So,
Like
yeah,
that,
so
Tom.
we have both kinds.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, we have Nina Infinity. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Tom. How are you?
Peachy.
Yay,
Peachy
me
keen.
too. Did you just wake up?
No, I've been awake.
Oh.
We also have Mandy. Like, what?
Like what? Hey, y'all. So Monday again, we are here with you guys. I'm so freaking excited. Well, I'm not as stoked because the topics are
I
a lot of
Oh Lord,
a lot of
girl.
comic book stuff, and they're really like dropping a giant deuce on it, and they're turning everybody gay. It's just crazy. But I'm so
Everybody's
glad.
gay now.
I know, right? Makes
Actually,
me
it's baseline bi. Get it right.
baseline. Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Is that a new thing? Baseline.
Well,
bi?
that's what everybody is on Star Trek, so I'm assuming they're just starting here. We're at ground zero.
Okay. Used to
Seems
be
reasonable.
bi-curious. Now it's baseline. Bi.
Well, that's just the baseline. It means everybody starts at bi, like that's the level.
Oh, and go from. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Well,
Sometimes I feel way too old. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched those libs of TikTok, like videos where they put like all
Yeah.
the weird
Yes.
sexual terms.
Unfortunately.
I'm like, I
Yes.
don't.
All I know is
can't
I ain't
keep
sucking
up.
no dick.
Okay.
That means you're anti-gay then, Tom.
Yeah, God,
know,
stop
well,
being such
fuck
a
it.
homophobe.
No, you're
Yeah.
you're
I don't like dick.
You're super straight. Super straight. Super straight.
Can't help it.
I like that should be a shirt. I don't like dick. That way, I mean, I think we could sell that. I think there's a market.
Well,
I
I'm
think-
sure.
I think lesbians would buy that.
I was gonna say there's a lot of lesbians who probably enjoy that. I hate dick.
Or like third wave
He
feminists.
means that.
Fucking hate dick.
It's they them, you fool.
And you guys in the chat will be happy to know that if you are on Twitter and you saw the unfortunate situation of the lady in the lady in her soccer
I'm
team,
trying to
we showed it to
forget
Lorena.
that.
We
I
made her
can't
look at
believe
it.
you brought that
I'm
up.
not sure if I saw that one, but speaking of, last but definitely not least,
That is not speaking of at all, Tom. That is a terrible transition.
I didn't know where else to go from there because I haven't introduced the young lady yet. Y'all left me hanging here.
Oh.
The la-
Go
the-
introduce Lorena, Tom. What are you doing?
If it wasn't for
God
this
damn
woman, this show could not happen. Miss Lorena Creel, how you doing?
I am doing great, Tom. Glad to be back here with these amazing, amazing ladies and you wonderful, wonderful people in the chat. It has been a long day in corporate America. I think I've gone maybe 10 days without force choking somebody, so I'm actually doing pretty good. Can't wait to get started on these topics because I swear to God, one of them, when it came across my Twitter feed, I was literally in a Microsoft Teams meeting and almost said, "You got to be bleeping kidding me."
Would have been funny if you had.
That would have been so
I
funny.
would have laughed about that story.
It so would, but I wasn't sure if I was muted or not, so I erred on the side of caution because you know.
Good thinking. Good thinking.
Yeah. So glad to be here. Yes. It's gonna be just way too much fun in this, pop culture clown world in which we live.
So what's this bit about the soccer mom now?
Okay, so this
You
soccer
wanna tell
mom,
the story?
yeah, I'm telling the story. This soccer mom in her her kids soccer group,
And on WhatsApp.
on WhatsApp, posted her vajayjay, and it caused a stir, and people are calling it a growler. And that's apparently a term that they use in the UK that I find really funny. So I'm going to incorporate that into something.
Like a growler, does that mean like a mean bitch?
I think it means like something ain't right down there.
like it looks angry.
It didn't look right. It looked
an angry
vicious.
beaver.
Yeah, it was nefarious. Sinister, some would say.
I've never heard
Keep
of
your
sinister.
nasty pics
Wow.
in a separate area of your phone so you don't accidentally send it to the group soccer
Good
chat. Just
Lord.
a little advice.
The
for
funniest
you.
thing about it too was how bad the picture was, and then
bad.
Cecil was like, he retweeted it and he's like, the funniest part about this is that she thought this was an acceptable picture. Like,
Yeah,
this is a keeper.
This is a keeper here. Yeah, this is a good one. I mean, yeah, she saved it to her phone.
All right, I
and
gotta
then
see
sent it
this
out.
now.
By the way, I would like to mention the fact or bring up the fact that I see boob glitter on Lorena and I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
That is boob glitter.
Yeah.
I love it.
Glitter.
You are sparkly as hell, and I love it. I freaking love it. I love it.
Yeah.
See, if I was there, I'd motorboat you just so I could look like a Twilight vampire afterwards. My face would look just like a vampire.
It would be like Twilight.
It would be just like Twilight. With motorboat, and motorboating would have made Twilight a lot better.
See, if I did it, it would definitely look like Twilight because I'm pale as shit. So it would be like,
really are.
I would be like the vampire Twilight person.
It would just be kind of like a shimmery kind of.
Yeah.
You know, kind of.
You'd be hot.
I like I went shimmery kind
of. You'd be hot, shimmering.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you look hot.
Oh, thank you, my dear.
You do. You look beautiful.
Thank you, my dear.
So, yeah, Venom's gay.
Sorry, the super chat got me. It got me. I shouldn't have read it this time.
Go.
What? Which one?
Oh,
what happened?
I better not land on that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh no!
I better not land on it. That's all I'm saying right now.
Oh my God! Please land. Please make Lorena land on this.
I know, right?
What is going on? And why am I here?
Because you love us.
Come on, man.
You have nowhere else to be. Come on, man.
Come on, it's the thing.
You know, it's Friday.
Okay, kids.
Oh, one last thing before we get started. Buy Mandy's book.
Buy my book.
You only got what? One more day to do it?
Yes, one day left, you guys.
Get
tomorrow,
on it. Get on it.
Closing down the campaign, or
Did
time
I get
will be
it already?
So I hope so.
Get it.
So.
I better get that.
Get it. Get yours. Get yours, or it'll be gone forever. It's not going to be like cash grab.
Won't be anything like cash grab.
Ends tomorrow at midnight.
If I get cash grab, I'm going to be pissed. I better not ever see that book. I was promised that I would never receive it, and I'm going to hold him to that.
Okay.
True story.
All right, now we can start.
Interesting. Now that we really got into the shenanigans, thank you guys so much for all the super chats that you have thrown our way so far. You guys are amazing. So
hopefully I didn't miss any.
No, I think you got them. Yeah,
we got it.
Good.
Also, please everybody smash the like.
Yes, please do hit that like button. We surely would appreciate that. Let's see. Our first super chat we have is from John Allen for $10. So thank you so very much for that, my dear. Mandy, I don't care about your politics, but I did buy your book. Take that, Kelly Sue DeConnick.
Thank you, love bug. Thank you so much. I promise you're going to love it.
Yay, John Allen.
Yes.
And let's see, we have Blaine Savini, I think is right, for $5. If I said your last name wrong, love, I'm so sorry. But thank you so much for the super chat. Mandy, make a comic book about the haunted chicken house. Would you buy a comic about the haunted chicken house? I could easily make one, but I don't know.
It's pretty funny.
I think you should.
I think there's a market.
I think we just all need to go on a field trip and go get filled up at the haunted chicken house.
I think I'd be into
that's
that.
what we should do.
Maybe.
Yeah. Haunted chicken house.
Gaming or what? Trademark.
What about a haunted
Thank you
rabbit
so
chicken
much
house?
for the $3 super sticker of a pear that's stretching his forearm and raising a thumbs up. Yeah.
The pear guy. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
love.
that.
I almost beat him last night on Mario Kart. I was
Really?
I beat him. We did 8 and he won. And then we did 4 again, and then we tied. So
so close.
So close. I'm giving him a run for his money now.
I need a Switch. I really
too.
do.
They're so
I need to
fun.
get one. I
They're
know.
so fun.
I know. I need to get one before these crazy nuts try buying them up around Black Friday. So let's see. We have Lug Nut 6 for $5. Thank you so much, my dear. You're so sweet. Says it's a Monday night, and the three divine, sensual, and dreamy diamonds of the heavens, Lorena, Mandy, and Nina, are ready to make our hearts smile. And to Sir Tom,
Aw.
How
Thank
you
you,
doing?
love bug.
Lug
thank
nuts or super chats always make
you.
me blush.
I know. He
Yes,
is such a
super chats.
sweetheart. He
So
really
cute.
is. Let's see
Um,
here. We got Deranged Lunatic has sent us 99 cents. No message, but thank you so much, love bug. Thank you so much for
Aw.
that super chat.
Wait, is that the
Thank
other
you.
one? Okay, so then he has another one, right?
There's another one, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
that's the one that Lorena was supposed to get. Okay. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL for $1.99 says, did it look like two pieces? I think baloney.
It wasn't right. It wasn't. Maybe it was the angle or too high definition of a camera. Something. It wasn't flattering. It was.
Nothing was right about
There
that
was no
picture.
googly eyes on there. You know, she didn't.
There
you
was
know,
googly something, but it wasn't
It
eyes.
wasn't nice. It
It
was. It
was.
wasn't nice.
It was not
something
meant
else.
to be shared. Let's put it that way. It just
No.
was not. Was not. Was
I can't believe
not.
she said like she called the cops. That's the I can't.
You can't call the cops for that. You took the photo and then posted it. There's
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
crime.
You
No
put it
problem.
out there.
You wanted
Yeah.
Well, there
people
was
to
a
see it.
crime, but not the one she reported.
There
Yeah,
was
exactly,
there's
Tom.
This is
that-
true.
She did.
Yeah.
From the looks of it, she did a piss poor job shaving.
oh my god, found it.
Oh,
It's
Yeah,
gross,
of course,
right?
Cecil and I, I just gotta go
Good
look on his.
fucking Lord. Oh.
oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, let's see. We have Hyper Guyver too for $5. Thank you so very much for that. Can't stay, but I'll catch the replay in the AM. Just wanted to say hi to the four loveliest ladies on YouTube. Yes, Tom, that includes you, Sugar Tits.
Oh.
How you doing, Toots?
Oh. I've never heard anyone call him sugar tits. That's
I
hilarious.
have not heard
That's-
sugar tits in a long time. That's one of my favorite pejoratives to her.
I love that too.
I
We
pissed
need to
somebody
bring
off on
sugar
Twitter
tits back.
recently. Yeah, I pissed
That's a
somebody
Mel
off on
Gibson
Twitter for that.
classic.
Yes, it is.
Why you called somebody sugar tits?
I did. I called somebody sugar tits on Twitter. They didn't
And then
like
they
it.
got mad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got
didn't
big
like
mad.
it. They
Yeah.
were already pissed with me, so it
Mhm.
just add a
That
little
just
fuel to the fire.
yeah, that just is icing on it when you're
Yeah.
calling sugar tits.
Oh
See, I think it's
God.
funny if somebody calls me sugar tits.
I
laugh
love
my
it.
ass
That's
off.
fine.
Yeah, I
funny
think
as
it's
fuck.
hilarious.
Yeah, go on.
Whatever. Lorena has sugar tits right now. She's literally
very
got sparkles
true.
on there.
You know
That's
what? I
true.
think I'm gonna have sparkly boobs every stream.
You should.
Yay!
You should.
We like when
I'm gonna
titties
have to get some
sparkle.
sparkles for my boobs.
That's what we should do next week. Let's sparkle our tits.
Okay.
Hey!
You too, Tom. We're not leaving you out, love bug.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're not
Lord.
leaving you out, sugar
Joanne.
tits.
My house people think I went to a fucking strip club.
Oh, that's possible.
Oh.
Make them wonder. Make them wonder. Let's
Yeah.
see. We have Stephen Otten for $5. Thank you so much, love bug. Hail, Mandy, Nina, Lorena, Tom, Wrenches, and Chat. Growler? Time to bring back the Snigglet segment from Not Necessarily the News.
Oh my God. I don't know what that is, but that sounds funny.
I vaguely remember that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, that
Okay.
it's something worth a gander at. I can tell y'all that. If you're into that sort of thing, it is definitely take a gander at it. Give you a little
Oh my
laugh.
God, the next one is hilarious too. Okay. Deranged Lunatic, aka DL, thank you for the $1.99, says, buy Mandy's book or the Growler. Get it.
Oh my god.
I can't. I can't.
Wait, DL, what is that on your icon? Is that Jason with guns? What is that?
No, that's like a
What is that?
weird Frankenstein monster
Yeah.
thing.
That's what I was about to say. It looks like
Is he in an electric chair?
Looks
Oh,
like it,
maybe
something like
that's what
that.
it is.
Looks
Yeah.
like
Okay.
Frankenstein made it to prison.
This is true. We have 16-bit mascot for 350. Thank you so very much. You gorgeous gals are the pinnacle of Monday. Oh, thank you.
Aw,
Thank
You
you.
Thanks.
so very
that's
much.
so sweet. Thank you.
Mhm.
E. Clay Thomason for $5. Thank you so much, Lovebug. Why is Mandy wearing a bra on her head? Is she trying to create a woman on her computer? Asking for Chet. Well, Chet's a piece of shit. We know that.
Oh my gosh,
We
Chet!
that's guaranteed.
Chet!
Chet's his
Weird
brother in
Science.
Weird Science. You know,
Oh
where
my-
they put the bra on their head and they make a woman?
Oh
Oh
man.
my
Science.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been such a long time since I've seen that movie. I'm ashamed I didn't remember that.
Now,
I
yeah.
wish
Oingo
I was
boingo.
making a woman. I do. I would be lying if I said that I didn't want to get a woman with them big titties. But
Tig old bitties.
tig old
Tig old
bitties, but I haven't
bitties.
got one yet. It's
But that's
working
not
out
that's
for me.
not a bra, right? That's
No, it's
it's a-
Foxy.
Fox.
Oh, I
It's
love
Foxy
it.
from Five Nights at
Five
Freddy's.
Nights at Freddy's.
I love that.
Foxy's
And
a
then we
dick.
have MR19. Thank you for the $9.99 and your membership. It says, I love you all. I love all you ladies and Tom, but I could listen to Mandy all night.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So
That is.
But careful because you'll start talking like me, and then you're gonna be like, oh shit.
Oh,
I know.
shit
I've
fire.
been saying y'all like way more often
I'm
now.
telling you, it rubs off.
I have to laugh because Mandy sounds like when I would visit my grandparents who lived out in the middle of nowhere in Putnam County, Florida. I would like play with the neighbor kids who I swear to God sound just like Mandy, and they used to make fun of my accent. You talk funny. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but oh my God, every time I hear Mandy talk, I'm just thinking about stuff that they just how they sound like it.
I would have said, I said, no, your ears are just broken. Wolf
No,
of
I've
Light.
been, I've
says
been
hello.
saying y'all like a lot lately.
Y'all.
And I don't even care.
It rubs off. It really
Like
does.
what?
Rubs off like a bean.
Now you got to
Sorry.
say, "Bless your heart." When
Now we
people
got
do
Southern
Did you
Sea
just say that, Nina?
Say,
Oh my
hell,
god!
ladies and time. I'm Southern
Hey,
Cecil.
Southern Cecil.
Hello, howdy.
That's
going
my
on, Southern
favorite
Cecil?
Howdy.
right there.
Is that what he would say instead? Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Raptor's here. Mark says that's Hillbilly Frankenstein. I think, yeah, okay. There we go.
Well,
That's my kind of Frankenstein.
well.
Teenage Frankenstein.
Got a song.
Free boob glitter at Hauntin' Chicken House.
Are you serious right now? Wow.
Get your tits sugared for free at the chicken house.
At the chicken house.
Wow.
Rabbit Chicken House. The Rabbit Chicken House actually does
A
sound
for
like
effort.
fucking,
A for effort. That's
like a whorehouse. The
It
new number
does.
2 also sends in a super chat here.
Is-
Says, hello, you lovely ladies and Tom. Y'all make Mondays bearable. And with that, we are caught up on the super chats.
Thank you.
So I am going to jump in the back so y'all ladies can start
get in the
talking
back,
about
sugar tits.
the news. Thank you very much. I will do that.
Oh, ladies.
No.
I thought this was a joke
I did too.
when it first came across my Twitter. I'm just like, okay, y'all, this is you're just trolling us, right? Apparently not. Apparently not. I guess Venom's gay now, or baseline bi now.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. This is Tom Hardy. He's hot. Stop making everybody gay. Can't stand this.
Okay, so I'm just gonna back up a little bit. So, granted, I didn't follow a lot of the comic, but Venom was freaking scary.
Venom was
I
terrifying.
mean, absolutely. I would see the art, and I'm just like, okay, I watch horror movies on the regular. No, I can't look at this. But he was just menacing, just pure freaking evil, downright scary. And I didn't watch the first Venom movie because I wasn't I wasn't sure what they were going to do with it. So when I did finally see it, I mean,
I
it was
haven't watched it yet
okay.
either.
It was funny to watch, but it wasn't the Venom that I was expecting that I was going to see. And it seemed more of like the odd couple kind of thing
Mhm.
between Eddie and Venom, kind of like you and me together, we're best buds and we're going to help each other out. Not like, I'm taking over your whole body. No, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. It's like
Mhm.
it wasn't that one. So yeah, it was an okay watch, it was okay watch.
Yeah, I still
And
haven't seen it, and I like it's weird because I've been told like two different things. One group has told me like it's fucking terrible, and because of the reasons that you just said, like it's too buddy, it's too
That's
cutesy, like
we haven't
whatever.
got a good Venom yet. We
Yeah,
really haven't. The Venom I know
exactly.
had Mary Jane sitting in the corner, like crying with his tongue all coming. He was spooky as fuck when I was a kid. What they've done is they turned him into a joke, and
Mhm.
they're furthering this joke. And for the chat, whoever was it said that they don't think symbiotes have sex. That is correct. They're kind of sexless. We know that because Venom basically gave birth to Carnage. So they, it's an alien. They don't have like a binary like male female like humans do because it's not a human. It is an alien.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't have sex.
it's
it
like
doesn't have
it's like
sex.
asexual
It's like asexual.
production. It's like,
Yes.
drops buds off and whatnot, kind of like, Gremlins.
Yes, it's not like a human, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, that's how Carnage got created, was through Venom. I mean, it's not giving birth, but basically that is how
Mhm.
it was created, right? So
Mhm.
what they've done is they've taken a character that at one point, like I said, we haven't had a good one yet, to be honest.
Right.
I didn't particularly like the first movie because of exactly what you said. It was two honeymooners. It was two. Venom's not supposed to be funny, haha. He is not supposed to be the comical relief of the movie. He should be fucking terrifying.
Mhm.
Um,
Right.
but we haven't got that yet, and from what I'm reading, we're still not going to get that. So,
I like
Girl.
yeah,
my experience with Venom was like again because I'm not a huge like connoisseur of the comics, but I love the Spider-Man animated series. So I was introduced to Venom through that, and Venom was terrifying. It was a terrifying
Mm.
character. And I was always scared of him. I was always like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm gonna like just kind of like hiding under the blanket as his character came on. I was just kind of like kind of scared. But then later on, they introduced Carnage, and I was even way more scared of Carnage because Carnage
yeah,
was just freaking nuts. And I was like,
yeah.
wow, like Venom's actually kind of like okay compared to Carnage because Carnage is freaking insane. But you're right, Mandy. Like he's not a good. Well, I don't know because I haven't watched the movie, but from what I hear, from what you
Yeah.
guys are saying, that's not the Venom that was represented in those cartoons.
No,
No,
it
no,
is
this,
it is
yeah.
not. He's a caricature. He's basically played as, a joke, and
How sad.
it really is sad because recently I was over at Universal, and they have like this Marvel shop. You get the collectibles and everything.
Mhm.
Looking at the model like replicas of Carnage and Venom, it captures just how sinister they are. It's like somebody said exactly, the odd couple with cannibalism, just buddy, and that's not
Yeah, that's
good.
the point I made this morning too, and
Yeah.
I shared you guys an older article in the private chat if you want to check that
Yeah,
out
I
too. It's
just I
Oh,
just
interesting.
saw that. It says 10 reasons Venom is becoming an LGBTQA cult film.
it's
But
more or
notice when
less.
that was
Do I
written,
feel I've seen this? Yeah, see, this one was written
January
2019.
2019.
This
Wow.
one was from the Mary Sue in
Oh,
2018.
look at that, huh?
What's wrong? What's wrong with
And
all
let's
these people
see.
wanting to turn them
This one,
gay?
Eddie Brock confirms he's Venom's jealous boyfriend. I mean, it's almost like, and I don't really think that Andy Serkis is trolling. I think he's absolutely serious about this. When he's
Oh,
talking about
look,
that there's a scene in the Carnage movie where it's like a rave or something like
yeah,
that,
with black lights
with
and
black lights and all that, and it's
yeah.
basically an LGBTQIA coming out party for Venom.
No, no, I
No.
don't like this.
Stop
And
it.
yes, you guys in
Stop
the
it.
chat, I do agree. Venom at a certain point did start trying to be like Deadpool, right? He did. I'm not going to deny that. At a certain point, they flipped him over to being a little bit more like Deadpool with the humor. But the original Venom, the early Venom, the real Venom, he was terrifying. He was awesome. But yes, later on, they started adding the humor to it. I personally, when they told me they were doing a Venom movie and they told me it was going to be rated R originally, I was really excited because I thought we were going to get OG Venom, terrifying, scary, more like a horror movie than even like a hero movie in a way. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I thought we were going to get. So I do understand that, yes, he has been funny for years because he was following kind of the Deadpool track. But the original Venom was nothing but fucking terrifying. He terrified me as a kid reading those comics. It was like,
the thing with this is too is like the observations that I'm having is like when you have a character that you're building where you have Venom lives inside that character and
Eddie.
And like Eddie was always like this kind of like nobody listened to him. He was kind of like the small, like, he couldn't get the pictures that the Daily Bugle wanted, and nobody respected him until he got Venom, and then he became scary, and he gained that confidence, and he understood what it was to be powerful. So you have this like kind of like this character where that dichotomy and that battle within yourself is the main crux of the story. And it's like you have a character where he's basically has Stockholm syndrome the whole time because he's kind of like in love with his captor in a sense that because the captor is giving him all these powers, like then he has no choice but to love him, even though that captor is holding him hostage and living off of his physical body and like literally actually living off of him because he's a symbiote. So it's really weird that they've taken this and they perversed it into like, oh, like they're in love and they're gay together. Like I don't see this. This is so perverse.
It shouldn't have anything to do with his sexuality. Nobody gave a shit.
No.
Nobody cares.
It's perverse to like gayify it, to be like, oh, this is a sexual thing. It wasn't, and it's not. It kind of reminds me of like, you guys remember when I don't know if you do, Mandy, because you haven't watched Star Trek, but the old school Star Trek when they started the fan fiction with like Data and Picard like getting it on and stuff like that.
Yeah, the slash fiction.
Yeah. This is what it reminds me of. It's like, oh, these people.
This is totally what it is.
I mean, people have been pushing for this for years on Tumblr and stuff with the people that are doing the shipping the couples and shit.
Yeah.
It's like the Raylo thing. They're weird.
Yes, it's exactly like the Raylo thing, except they're in here now.
And I don't really understand that, because when I look at the character of like a Venom, it's like it's an invasive species.
Yes,
it's just completely malevolent. And here you have Eddie, like Nina, like you were saying, kind of like the Stockholm syndrome. But it's like when you look at how blatantly aggressive Venom is, aggression is predominantly a male trait.
Yes.
High testosterone type of male trait.
Definitely.
And it seems like that's something that they're trying to pull out of this. There's like the high testosterone who's like the aggressor and the one that's the protector between those particular two.
Absolutely.
And call me toxic, call me sexist, but some of the hottest movies I've seen is you've got a villain who is just hell-bent on destruction, and you've got the hero who's hell-bent on protecting. And I love seeing films like that. And that clash is what we like to see. And that's the clash that I thought we were going to see in the first movie, and we didn't get it. Now they're basically trying to say that Venom is coming out as gay, and this festival that they're having is Venom's coming out party. Okay, and this is what Andy Serkis said. But to kind of this is the
Venom
article.
Better be fabulous as fuck.
He better be super
and he better give head instead of biting head.
My issue is, okay,
well, he's got that tongue, right?
He does have that tongue. I always used to say that was why he was my favorite, because he had the long tongue. No, I'm just saying, if this is just so ridiculous that they're adding sexuality to Venom. It shouldn't be about that. That's not what people read Venom for. That's not what we watch the movie for. We want to see a murderous like alien killing people, not him tonguing his ass. And you guys, I was really pissed when I found out they dropped it to PG-13. I was. Now that I see this, we need to count our blessings, because the only thing stopping them from having this symbiote fuck Eddie in the butt is the fact that it has been rated PG-13. Because if it was R-rated, there would be a sex scene between them two. So,
oh god,
let's just bless our stars that
I don't want
they're doing it like this.
I wouldn't put it past them to try
No,
that if it's rated R.
this is what, even with PG-13, this is what they're doing.
Oh my god, there's probably gonna be some sort of gay scene even for the PG-13. Now that you mention it, they're probably gonna have like Venom
something
trying to
insinuated,
peg him or something.
you know. Oh my gosh, yeah, this doesn't surprise me coming from Az.
I love Az. What the hell's going on with Andy Serkis? Like, is he hurting for jobs? Is that why he would say something like
He
this?
ran
Like,
out of just for men.
I think it's kind of like you see the other actors, even like the director for Bond, for the new Bond movie, No Time to Die. He's been virtue signaling lately. To the point of basically saying, you know, that Bond was, you know, a sexual predator, because
oh
they're,
my god,
you want to know
read
why?
that.
I can tell you exactly why. Because in Hollywood, you're only as good as your last job. You're
Oh
only
my
as good as your last hit. So they're lining up for the next job. So they're saying all the things that they're supposed to say in order to signal, hey, I'm the right person that, you know, that you need to pick up for the next job. That's pretty much it. Because you notice they all start parroting the same type of talking points.
They do. It's kind of crazy how they do that. Like they literally say like the same words. I mean, at least he didn't come out and say Venom's a sexual predator, but I mean, he may
he's
as well have
just
that
coming out as gay, and he and Eddie are, you know,
doing it.
It's an alien. Yeah. It's a fucking alien. Oh my
He's
God.
already inside him, Mandy. You might as well
he's already in him. I'm just saying, thank goodness they dropped it down to PG-13, or we would. Venom's a pegger. Yeah, Venom's a pegger now. So we gotta be careful of that.
Here's something that I just don't get. Are they so afraid of villains who are truly evil?
I think they are, because they're doing the same thing with females as well. Like we saw with Cruella and Maleficent. And I don't know, like there's something to do with evil being just evil. It's like they don't like that for some reason.
No,
they're trying to make it like shallow. That evil is complicated. Like they're going with that like evil is complicated storyline. And it's like, no, man, sometimes evil is just evil. Like
they don't get that. That's not what they want to see, because keep in mind what these people think is that they can create this utopic world, right? And that's all they want to see. They don't want to see anything that might make them think, oh God, the horror of having to think about stuff. Oh no, they're shallow. They are shallow people, and they can't look past what they want to see to create, you know, good characters. That's why all of these new characters and old characters that they're fucking up. That's why
my God.
Broke that car. I'd watch that.
That's funny.
I'd go see that.
Okay, sorry,
it's
Tom.
A fucking alien.
It's an alien.
It's an alien.
It's an alien. Oh my God.
It's an alien. Oh my God.
Here's the other thing too. Here's the other side of that. Okay. The other side of it is that I'm a toxic female. I'm going to just say it out. And I'm like Tom Hardy. I want to look at Tom Hardy and imagine that Tom Hardy is single and that I'm single, and that one day, whatever maybe would happen, he's on my list, whatever. Anyways, the point is we like to watch these toxic males be men and toxic and want females. Like they want, you know, that you're just, it's just hot. And then they're like, oh no, by the way, he's gay with this alien. And it's just like all that stuff dies. Like you're like, okay, well, I don't really want to watch this movie then.
It's just,
if he's gay.
Like, it's stupid no matter how they do it. Either either they are going to add a bunch of that kind of stuff into the movie, right? Which is going to make the movie, it's going to surround the movie, is going to be basically that, because they're going to make that to the forefront of the movie. Or this is the worst marketing thing I've ever fucking seen, because this is when I would have went to probably on opening day.
I just
I'm gonna wait for reviews now.
I don't understand why it has to be
we
gay
can't
now.
Because of the female gays, I guess we can't.
Why?
Again, because it's like that's like the group that they want to basically cater to. Screw the fans who have been reading this comic, for decades. Forget that. It's all about what agenda that we want to push. And the fanfic, of course, given by all the other articles that we're looking at, the fanfic basically that they want to cater to. So if you go down here, because this is what kills me. Okay. So this is the interviewer, right?
Okay.
Well, speaking of fanfic, can I just say, like, Mr. Tickletrunk brings up another point. They did the same thing to It, remember?
I didn't know they did.
Yeah, they did.
Are you for real?
Yeah,
I
they
don't
went and
remember
they
that.
tried to. They were like shipping the Babadook and It, and then they got all fucking sorts of bent out of fucking shape when the second part of It comes out. If y'all remember the first part of that movie,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, how could you? You let us down. You have let down the LGBTQ community," and blah blah fucking blah. And if you read that article that I sent you, the shit that it says in that article, it's like, oh my god, this shit is repulsive. The things that they're implying about LGBTQ people.
I
like,
remember
oh my
the only
God.
thing I remember about It and LGBTQ was that they were mad. They were big mad that It killed a gay guy.
You know why though? We traced it back. It had everything to do with this fucking shipping with the Babadook. Because they had made him some gay icon, and they felt betrayed that he killed a gay guy in the first few minutes of the movie. It's like, did you motherfuckers not read the book?
The book,
it's worse in the
book's
book.
way worse. The book is way worse. Way worse.
Wait. Once it's clear the symbiote lacks a gender, it is clear that Eddie and the symbiote Venom are in essentially a queer relationship. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, it
The
gets
hell?
worse.
How does 1 + 1 = 5? I don't understand. Like, it doesn't have a gender, but then they have gay feelings towards each other.
You know what it is? It's that Common Core math. That's what it is.
It is. It doesn't make any freaking sense at all. You're right. It's Common Core freaking sexual relationships. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
Oh my god.
What is this?
I can't.
No, this is either way is stupid. It's unneeded. It's absolutely ridiculous that they are doing it.
Why
and that
can't
they're
we just
marketing
have
that
one?
way.
Here's the other thing too, is it's like, if, like, I don't know, if I was gay, I might be a little bit insulted over this. I'd be like, so you're gonna give us your weirdo scraps of some rando alien that's like, possessing this freaking dude's body? That's who we get? Like,
can I just say that, is this like, are you trying to say that LGBTQ people are losers?
Oh.
Yep, you've gotten to it. It gets worse than that.
What? Oh god.
Wait, what does it say? Okay, can we read this part?
Yeah, see, LGBTQA people can relate to feeling like a loser.
Why? Why would they feel like that?
When society
Most of the
establishes
ones I know are super. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. Same here. Same here. They're more than happy because
the ones I know are fabulous.
Because in 2021, nobody gives a fuck who you fuck anymore.
Yeah, we don't live in the
as long as it's consensual, nobody cares.
They don't think that they're a loser, and if you call them a loser, they will fight you.
Yeah, you want to touch tips? Touch tips. Don't nobody give a shit.
It's like
do it. Put it up on Pornhub so I can watch.
Different people who've been ostracized by society.
Send it over on WhatsApp.
All of them, Oh my god, y'all are monsters are sexy. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but
that ain't saying who
it talks about an offshoot of the LGBTQ community called monster fuckers.
What?
Okay, you're not supposed to say the quiet part out loud, y'all.
What the hell are monster fuckers? What is this?
I
imagine
like
they're a lot like
fanfic? Yeah.
It's like furries with monsters.
Mm,
Oh
I'm not gonna go
God,
with
what's
that.
happening right now? I don't want to learn these
it's a
things.
scary group. I was like, okay, y'all stay over there.
If you need a
Stay
note
over
to
there.
get out of
Mandy,
class
what
today,
kind of
Nina,
note
I
did
will
you
I
write
will
down?
allow it.
I wrote monster fuckers. So I
It's okay, Mandy. I made that entry in my mental data bank as soon as I heard it.
I'm like,
holy shit, it's a thing.
And cross reference.
It's
Yes,
a
it is a
thing.
thing.
I'm literally being like, why do I know this now? I don't want to know this. And then fucking Mandy is literally taking notes.
You don't you don't say the quiet part out loud. Okay. We're the people who like this, the people who like to screw aliens. Granted, I thought Spock was attractive. Okay. I really did. I could
It's an alien.
He was handsome.
but that was different. It wasn't, a symbiote.
He was a humanoid.
Yeah, his mom was human.
You can be attracted to a humanoid alien that has a sex and probably has a member.
But again, the only thing attractive about Venom is how long that tongue is. But if he's gay, that seems like a waste of a really good tongue. I'm just saying.
I had not thought about that.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Oh my God. Venom is not the gay's Black Panther. Well, at least you got that part right.
Oh,
right.
God.
Oh my gosh. Thirst for representation.
I have thirst for freaking Tom Hardy. Can I have a super straight Venom? Is that?
No, you may not. No,
we can't have super. Once they made Logan gay, that was it. It all went downhill from there. That killed me. That put a stake in me.
That. Every time I forget about it, and it's brought up on the show. And I
love how they're putting this adulting thing and associating with the LGBTQA community. I just associate it with fucking lazy ass teenagers and millennials, period, who don't want to fucking pay their bills and get a fucking job.
Thank you.
Bunch of hippies.
So now they're trying to say what? That the LGBTQA community is also lazy? So they should add another L to the fucking alphabet there?
God. This is so freaking insulting.
On so many levels, it's insulting.
Unnatural unions.
What?
And now they're claiming that it's unnatural to be LGBTQA.
What are they saying? Because again, we keep looking at this from like he's gay, like but that's a human thing. This is a fucking alien. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have anything like that attached to it because it's a fucking alien.
It's an alien.
Here's the
I'm
thing,
gonna get as much use as I can out of that.
Here's the other thing, right? Here's the other part of it. Because in the story, right? Like in the story, and Mandy, maybe you can clear this up because you've actually read the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But like in the story, Brock is not gay. And in fact, Brock is straight and like he doesn't have the self-confidence to ask women out, right?
Well,
like,
he has an ex-girlfriend.
Right.
So obviously, if anything, he's bi because he's obviously been with a female before. Honestly, the comic books, luckily, didn't really delve into that. It took forever to find out a lot of information on Venom. It took years of that comic because at first we knew nothing except he's an alien and he's attached himself to Peter, right? And then he's got to go up on the belt to all of that. So,
I'm saying though, because I remember in one of the episodes when he like basically when Brock became Venom, that he was finally like confident enough to go ask somebody out. Like I remember like he went like up to them and he was asking them about. They still said no because he was being creepy about it. Then like he was being like violent and forceful, and they were like, "No, get away from me!" Like like kind of thing because he didn't know how to handle it, but he had finally gotten that confidence from Venom. So it's just like really weird that they're like, okay, they're gay together now. So like, how's that going to work out? Like, is he going to be still straight? And I'm
it's projection. It really is. It's a reach. It's a huge.
White Knight is right here. Like they're literally comparing gay people to parasites.
Exactly.
And here's the thing:
that's what I was saying.
I don't know about gay people, but anybody who uses the term adulting in any real sense is a parasite. So like that part is true, but
dude, White Knight that's exactly what I was talking about at
Oh
the
yeah,
beginning.
this
When
is
I'm like,
a
if I was
shitty
gay,
ass
I'd be
article.
super
I
insulted.
just-
I can't believe the gay community is not coming down on, and this is like 3 years old now.
No
but
one
still.
expected it to be.
Yeah, so
yeah.
what? So you're saying that nobody expects gay people to be good? That what does that mean?
Oh my
I think
God.
it's honestly, it's like we used to use this term in Hollywood called gay mafia.
Yeah.
It's like you have this
Careful.
20% that will assume to speak for the rest of the group. And if you dare speak against that, they blacklist you. Literally.
Seinfeld made fun of the gay mafia too.
Well,
They,
just be
remember they were
careful.
like
They're real.
the two
They are
guys,
very real.
the two guys that stole the
I ain't so worried about pissing off SJWs, NPCs, land whales, any of that shit. I am worried about the you
gay
know what.
mafia.
They are gangster.
They
They
messed you
really
up.
are. They really,
Are you
they
scared,
really
Mandy?
are.
Oh, terrified.
I'm fucking serious.
I know, me
It's
too.
it's a thing. It's
them
like I
and
know.
them and the T crowd in that LGBTQ, that whole crowd, they're also very vicious sometimes, maybe. So
It's a trip.
They're
I
scary.
tell you,
That's
I
sad.
see some people who are actually asking what adulting is, and I'm glad to see that. That means then you're not that kind of person. Adulting
Yeah.
is what lazy millennials and whatever the Zoomers or whatever the hell they're called
Mhm.
say when they don't want to get a job, pay their bills, and
Mhm.
actually take responsibility for things.
Yeah.
You
For
mean
an
I gotta
example,
work? You mean the
Yeah, and
lights don't stay on by themselves?
yeah, an example would be if I had sat on my ass all day and done nothing, right? Didn't go to work, didn't do nothing. And then at 6 o'clock, I said, well, I think I'm going to go and adult a little bit today and go get myself some dinner. And it's a term they use for doing something, giving themselves credit, a pat on the back for shit that every other fucking human being does to like survive is what it is. It's, they need a participation trophy. Here you go. You adulted
Like,
today.
yay,
You
I
wiped
washed
your own
my ass today.
Yeah, you wiped your ass today. Good job, you adult. You. Yeah, that's the best
scary
example.
when me and Mandy pretty much say the same thing, but a different way at the same time.
Yeah, Albatross is right here. Thank you for the $5, by the way. It says adulting is being asked to do the bare minimum of the human existence. Exactly.
Yep, there you
And
go.
generally, and the shitty part is, most of the time when they're complaining about adulting, it's stuff for themselves anyway.
Yeah, it's going to Taco Bell and getting himself a taco.
They're paying their own fucking bills.
Or paying their water bill or whatever.
Yeah, electric or cable. Or...
I use that word though, so I'm one of those.
Anyway, sorry for the sidetrack, but I thought you ladies would think that was an interesting article, and I see you already were kind of on that road. So
it's when you just put the search in there. Literally, I just said, "Is Venom gay?" And then these articles just started popping up. Even we even got freaking fan art on this stuff, and this is from 2018.
Oh yeah, they have been pushing for this for a while, but that is what we are dealing with. Even Donnie Cates, not too terribly long ago, got into some shit over, I think it was Spawn, them shipping Spawn with somebody, and he's like, "No, I'm not going to do that." And he pissed off a lot of. I mean, I'm no huge
Spawn
Donnie Cates
had a
fan.
wife, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
And then that's part of the loss of
Yep.
his character and all that shit.
Yeah, but they didn't.
His daughter, I think his daughter's name was
Oh, that's right. He had a
Diane, or was it
daughter
the
too.
wife?
That's
daughter
right.
was
Yeah.
Diane.
Yeah, the shippers don't care, Tom. They don't care about that. So, I mean, and again, I'm not a huge fan of Donnie Cates by any means, but I will give him a pat on the back where it's due. He basically told them in a very professional, nice way, fuck off. I'm not going to do what 6 people on Tumblr want me to do with this character.
I'm going to go run in the back and let you ladies get to business because I don't want to hold you up anymore. I will say this, though, about this whole fucking thing. I've seen a lot of women who go out there and cry they're bisexual, yet they have a boyfriend. Just and only have ever had boyfriends is my point. Sorry, I should have finished that.
Oh no, that's okay. This picture here, though, that was on the screen. Now I just can't think of anything other than Venom is pegging him.
Yeah, they're going to touch Chips. Yeah, he's about. That's why he's scared right now.
That's why he's scared.
His hand up. because he
about to
knows
get-
he's going to have to give a reach around.
Hi,
So
nice
he's
big
got
box.
his hand up, preparing for a reach around. It's a sweet moment. It's actually
This is
quite
so
romantic.
bad. Oh,
It's so bad. Why would you turn a movie like Venom into essentially a love story surrounded by an alien and a guy?
I'm
little
glad
tacky.
that 19K Fox finally feel represented with the gay symbiote.
Yeah, gay symbiote. Yeah, I saw that.
Mhm.
Gay alien rom.
At least somebody does.
I gotta correct you. It's a
done.
symbiote when it's
Symbiote.
Symbiote.
I don't say it like that. I've never said it like that.
Oh my god, it's Venom.
It's a symbiote, y'all. No, I don't
No.
say it like that.
God. But Circus goes. It's kind of interesting because apparently when Circus started dropping this thing about LGBTQIA and all of that, the interviewer, just to make sure that he was going down the path he seemed to be going, he asked him a couple follow-up questions. So he says, well, act like actually coming out, because that's very interesting. Well, coming out, being out, well, you just compared it to LGBTQIA. That's very interesting. And he goes into this whole diatribe and all that and says he's speaking for the other. He's speaking for the freedom of the other. I'm like, okay, that doesn't seem to quite make sense. So the interviewer says, and it's very obvious that Eddie and Venom are in love. Like, we all know that. They are.
No, we
They
don't.
are in
And no, they're
love.
not.
Now,
Where-
what happened? Have y'all noticed this? And I don't know if it's the new generation or if it's our generation or who's doing it, but have you noticed when it comes to movies, when it comes to classic literature, even, or, for example, Venom,
Mhm.
friendship doesn't seem to be anything that these people can comprehend. Like, they can't
No.
comprehend a friendship without fucking.
No,
Like,
everybody's got to fuck now.
Look what they did with Frodo and Sam, right?
Yeah.
They're friends. It's so innocent. They're hobbits. They're not
What did
humans.
they do with them?
They're trying to turn them gay. They're trying to
Oh,
say that
God.
Sam and Frodo, but it's like they don't
To be fair,
understand the
To
concept
be fair,
of
my
friendship.
husband has been saying they were gay from like day one.
Well, every guy said they're gay because of that gay look they give each other at the
Yeah.
end of the
They
movie, and it
keep
looks like they're
saying
about yeah. But
They
I
keep
mean,
saying,
still,
Bert and Ernie are gay on Sesame
Bert
Street.
and Ernie's
Like,
another
come
one.
on
It's
now.
like they cannot for
There's
the
no
life
other
of them,
relationship now other than gay.
other than fucking.
Well, other than pegging, like whatever.
Yeah,
that means.
other than fucking, they
Yeah.
don't know what a friendship entails. Like, I love you ladies to death, and there is nothing I would do for y'all, but I'm probably not gonna get sexual with you because I'm not gay. But
Yeah.
I love you ladies. Y'all are
I
my
love you
friends, and
too.
I adore you guys. But that's where that's
it.
normal.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
should be okay, but they don't. Something about two men, and it's really sad if you think about it, for males who are already under the microscope for how if they cry, if they're manly enough, if they're too manly, if they're this. But now any friendship they have, any kind of connection they have with another male, automatically people turn that into a homosexual relationship.
Girl,
when
they're-
typically it's a friendship.
Girl,
It's
they're
all it
out
is.
here. Like the other day, I was reading an article because I like historical stuff and I like reading about archaeology. And there was an article that wrote there was like these two mummies found and they were like petrified together and they were like cuddling. And the article was like, these two were gay. And I was like, bro, they're mummies. Like, how do you know
How
they're
do you
gay?
know that?
Maybe they just got, maybe they were like dying together the last moments of life. They were like hanging on to each other. You don't know they're gay. Like,
No,
it
I
could be
mean,
anybody.
right now, Nina, if we were together and a volcano went off and we had some Pompeii like shit going on, I'd probably grab you and pull, come here, girl. Oh my God, we're about to fucking die. You know what
we're
I
gonna
mean?
die. We're gonna die. We might as well hold each other
Yeah, but
with our last
Exactly.
moments.
that doesn't create
No.
a gay relationship that spans over 20 years. You know what I mean?
Do you
ridiculous.
think I'm
Millennial.
thinking that maybe the reason why they want to go so quick for this sexual relationship thing is that they are too lazy to write out what it means for same-sex people to have, friendships. Like I think like a lot of military films, where you've got a platoon together
Yeah,
and they go through hell together,
Yeah.
and you find out about each person, what they left at home, who they bonded with, crap that they've gone through. And that's most of the movie is about. They're not automatically saying, well, oh, they're gay and that's all you need to know.
I
It's
think
like they don't want to do that work.
I think
No.
it's twofold. I think it's like, yes, they don't want to do that work. The ones that have the capability to are probably too lazy and don't want to do it. But I also think that it's twofold, meaning like in the new culture and the new kids that are like, being adults now, or like, becoming adults and taking over these jobs. I think it's become a cultural thing where they don't really understand what friendship is. I actually think what Mandy's saying has a lot of merit, and it's
that's
an
really fucking sad.
unfortunate thing where
Yeah.
they
That
don't
is
understand
very
what
When
friendship
the
is.
internet
sad.
replaced true friendships. Let's be reasonable. How many times do you ladies go out to dinner with friends or something, and the whole time you're sitting there at the table, every 30 seconds they're picking up their phone and flipping through, and you can tell they're not even fucking paying attention to what I'm saying. I'm not joking. This is a true story. I went to dinner with some friends, my husband and I, and we're sitting there, everybody kind of talking. They start looking at their phone, and I look over at my husband. I'm like, they ain't even listening to me. Watch this. And I was sitting at the table with like 8 other people going, if you got a bush, I'll lick it. And nobody even looked up.
Oh my
Nobody
God.
even paid me attention. I said, see, I can say anything right now. And then I said, your dress looks like shit. Nothing. Nothing.
Oh my
So,
God.
I mean, that is literally happening. I mean,
But
and
that's
I think,
exactly what I'm talking about. I think it's partly it's a cultural thing that's kind of de-evolved in a sense, because this is what it means, is like they don't really understand what friendship is, and they don't really equate. That's the other thing too. It's not even just friendship, because this is not a friendship. Okay, this is a very toxic
this is
relationship. This
I wouldn't
is
even recall it a relationship. I'd call it like a
it's whatever you want to call it. This is the most toxic it's gonna get. This is a symbiote living off, like a parasite living off a human being, where it gives them some power, and the only thing that comes out of this relationship is one of them feels a little bit superior because of that power that it's giving off, and the other one needs that person to live. That's the only thing that's as far as this relationship goes. But it's very toxic, and it shouldn't be celebrated or anything like that. Like, it's not a good thing.
It's like, sorry,
I
I'm
know.
having like Ray and what's his name?
Kylo.
Flashback.
Yeah,
Why are
Raylo.
people
Yeah.
so fixated on like, oh, it's toxic relationship and we should celebrate it?
No.
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 Yeah,
we
This
shouldn't.
dude whacked his own
Eddie-
father. We've seen that on
Yeah.
Love After Lockup.
Right? Eddie tries to leave too. If memory
He
serves,
does,
Eddie
Mandy.
tries to leave and questions it a
He
lot,
does.
that he gets gaslit, and I think he's convinced that like he's got cancer, and the
He
symbiote
can't do
idea-
anything without Venom.
No,
He
you
basically
have
makes
to
him
have
think
me.
he
You
can't do
need
anything
me.
without him. Yeah, and he holds him hostage, even physically.
Mhm.
Like, he's like, you can't do anything without me. Look, like, you're nobody. Like, you're nothing without me.
Yeah, I
Whoa,
would rather.
Raymond.
Oh, Raymond! Wow, welcome.
Hey,
Thank you.
wow, Raymond, thank you so much for the $50 super chat.
You can't see me, but
Wow.
You can see her little
She
hands.
says, yeah, you can see her up there. She says, hi, ladies. I wonder if the LGBTQIA community is aware that parts of Venom resulted in the creation of Carnage, a serial killer.
Thank you.
Probably not.
No, I seriously doubt they've ever read it. I doubt they know who Cletus Cassidy is, even if you were to tell them and try to explain to them who it is. I don't, it's a very obvious if you've read the comics, if you grew up reading comics, if you're into that, these people don't love the IPs that they're working on. And it is abundantly clear that they don't love their IPs.
That was so cute.
Oh, what did I miss?
They popped up and waved.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was
I
so
missed
cute.
it. I was talking shit.
Wave to
And I missed
Raymond.
I was talking shit. I missed it.
But Andy Serkis. Okay, so this is his answer. All right.
God.
Absolutely, they do love each other. And it's the kind of the center of the movie that is that love affair. That central love affair.
And that's why I ain't watching this shit.
Bro,
Till I
I'm
get
not
reviews.
watching this crap.
I'm
So
not
you're
watching it.
basically romanticizing. Yeah, exactly. You're basically
my
romanticizing this whole thing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing
No.
romantic about it.
And if we were gonna, what's funny about it is if we were, I've read this stuff. I know what a symbiote is, right? I know it's an alien. I know that it's
Hold on a
basically
second. Hey, Kamran.
Hey, Cameron,
Hey.
how are you?
Oh,
Wait, so Venom is gay?
yeah,
I heard
he's
that.
gay
I
now.
heard that.
Yeah, yeah, he's gay now.
Yes, he
Andy
is.
Serkis says he's gay.
Yeah, he's gay now. But if we look into
Why does
The
Andy
fact-
Serkis outing him?
Yeah,
Why
that's
is Andy
my
Serkis the right
question
out here?
too. Why is Andy Serkis outing Venom? That's actually my question because
I have no idea.
Like,
Because
is he
it's
even
like
in the
he's-
movie? Like,
No,
I
he's the director. It's like I was saying
Yeah.
earlier, like the director for the Bond movie was talking
Mhm.
about how Bond's a sexual predator. Andy Serkis is apparently directing this movie.
he is. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So Andy, so as a director, he gets to say my character is gay, even though the character hasn't said it.
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Serkis takes over the direction of the Venom franchise from Ruben Fleischer.
Okay.
So if Venom is gay,
hmm
Mhm.
does that mean now he's gonna get it on with Carnage too?
That would be that would essentially get into because that it's
shut up.
dated them, so that would take it into a whole new like love of the family type
Oh
thing.
no! So it's gonna be like
So-
incest.
Because
Carnage.
yeah,
Well,
because if you
Hollywood's
were
into
to
that nowadays.
if
Yeah.
you were to assign a sex to Venom, right? If he doesn't have one or it doesn't
Mhm.
have one, but if you were going to, considering that it created Carnage by kind of like giving birth in a way, that would mean it's a female, which means this is all bullshit anyways.
But,
because
it's not
Venom is
though
female.
because Carnage takes over Woody
No,
Harrelson's
it's a
as
fucking
dude.
alien. It's an
Yeah.
alien, is what it
It's
is.
an alien.
But
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how you twist it, it's an alien. And
It's
so,
yeah.
I mean, it's like E.T. It'd be like them saying, look, E.T. can take his little shiny finger and work your ass with it.
Oh my!
I mean, it's
God.
inappropriate.
Mandy, I
damn
am
it,
never
Mandy.
going
It's
to
an
be
alien.
able to ride the ET ride at Universal and look at
You're-
that the same way.
I'm just
Mandy,
saying,
I'm never gonna be
it's
able to watch
another
ET
alien.
again and not think
I
of that.
can't. Oh my God.
God damn it, Mandy.
Sorry
Well,
for
Cameron,
that.
hadn't expected for you to pop in on this particular.
Well, it's Hollywood just broke. I mean, Hollywood just broke apart, and we're dealing with Venom sexual orientation. So,
So what do you
Oh my
think? What do you
gosh.
think of Venom being gay, Kamran?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, look, I think this is all this virtue signaling train that left like 10 years ago. So, I mean, I'm like Mr. Serkis. I mean, I have great respect for you as an actor, and I don't know that I've ever seen anything he directed, but I knew he was directing because his name
Yeah,
came up.
I don't think
in
I've
the
ever
past.
heard of anything he's directed.
I
He's
have
always been an
not.
actor.
Yeah, I mean, his name would come up for a couple of my
He
projects.
did
in the
that
past.
Jungle Book movie.
You
The
did?
new one?
The CGI.
The live action one?
Live
Well,
action
not the
one?
Disney one, but the other one.
Jungle Cruise?
No, Jungle Book for Netflix.
I didn't
Oh,
ever
okay,
watch that.
okay.
never
Oh
saw
yeah, because
that.
the live action Disney one, Favreau did that one, I believe.
Yeah, I saw the Disney one. I never saw the other one.
I
I
ain't
didn't
seen
see that one
the
either.
cartoon.
Oh,
I like the
Lord.
cartoon of the Jungle Book. That's
Me
where it
too.
is. That's where it is for me.
I'm not interested in seeing this, but yeah, Cameron, like you were saying, just
Yeah, I
more
mean,
virtue signaling.
Look, this is just what it feels like is a lot of people are stuck in this this old loop of PR that is kind of over, right? I mean, a character being gay is kind of an old thing, right? So
Mhm.
it's like it's being done as a sort of a PR thing, which I'm like, Hollywood is usually behind the times anyway, right? Or and it's just like this is just PR virtue signaling. I don't know that it's certainly not coming out of this any need in the story for that.
No.
Or from I don't know that the first my understanding is the first movie became a hit in the gay community, so maybe it's a response to what they perceive their audience to be. But and the actor himself, let's just say I remember he's a great actor, but I just remember that some years back, there had been some controversy because he had made some comments about implying he was bisexual, and then the studio scrubbed all that. It all vanished from the internet, right?
Really? I don't remember that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Tom talked about. I mean, he had said some interviews years ago. Yeah, and he was talking about how he didn't, men, women, what's the big deal? What's the go with what you go with? That's sort of my thing. And he sort of implied that very clearly, that he had been in relationships with men in the past, and all that has vanished.
They got memory hold.
It was memory hold. The studios pay a lot of money to erase things. There's I just wrote in one of Patreon. I went out today talking about how in Marvel, there's rumors on some of the big Hollywood gossip sites, and I believe this rumor, that Marvel has put millions of dollars into erasing Simu Liu's comments on Reddit. He has apparently a lot more than has been discovered. That is really shocking. And
I believe it.
They sent people in, and they went in, and they paid basically cyber gurus to go in anywhere they could find, in any shadowy corner of the internet where there's sort of, he's posting as sort of an unsuccessful actor blubbering with his real name. I don't know why he would do that, but he did. And so they've been going in, spending millions of dollars erasing stuff before the news can find it. He's apparently said a lot of crazy things, but that's what the industry does. They will go out of their way to try to memory hold and erase things. They have the money for it. So that sort of Tom Hardy stuff from the past, which I remember reading about a few years ago, kind of vanished. Like, you don't know about it, right? Like, his own sexual was not my business. I don't care. But it's interesting how after the industry went to all the trouble to sort of erase certain comments that Mr. Hardy made, suddenly this is popping up now as a PR move. So,
man. Well, this is something else. I
ridiculous.
was excited about this movie, but not anymore.
Not now. Not now. Hey, Cameron, I have a question. Have you noticed in Hollywood where they are taking male just platonic friendships, and always like not accepting that it's just a friendship? Like, they're erasing male friendship completely.
Well, you're absolutely right, Mandy, and this is something that I actually had to deal with on a project that's very important to me, that really, really shocked me, and I'll get to that in a second. But the broader issue is this: someone wrote, if I can find a link, I'll put it in the chat. But someone wrote an article a while back talking about, sort of a philosophical article, talking about how we've reached a stage in culture where there's no acknowledgement of male bonding and male friendship without adding sexuality to it. And the idea is that if you can't acknowledge friendship, it's because if you can't acknowledge friendship without sexuality, then it's because you don't understand friendship, right? You don't understand that. And and the idea of two guys being buds does not, they can be in a gay relationship, but that doesn't imply it, right? And the idea of male companionship and friendship, and I'll share with you when that happened to me personally. And Nina, you may identify with this. It's about a famous, at least, writer who wrote in Persian, even though he wasn't Persian. Rumi, the great poet Rumi?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was actually Afghan, and he ended up settling in Turkey, but he wrote most of his poems in Persian, and he's actually the best-selling poet in America today. He's a 1,000-year-old Persian Sufi poet.
Yeah, I love Rumi.
And so Rumi's great. He writes all these mystical poems of love. And his story, and I was hired by the Turkish government to do an epic movie about Rumi, which is something, as a Sufi, was something really important to me. I poured my heart into it, did all this research. And one of the central things of Rumi's life was that his spiritual mentor was a man named Shams, who was sort of this crazy, weirdo, mystical guy. Rumi was this very sort of sober, religious teacher in Turkey. And then this guy shows up who's like a madman, like the Joker. He shows up and he turns his life upside down and opens up his heart to God's wondrous mysteries, right? And so Rumi wrote all these incredible poems where he symbolized his mentor like as God and his love for his mentor. And so in modern day, you're starting having people saying, well, they're obviously gay. It's like, there's nothing in the poems to suggest there was a sexual relationship. He's talking about a profound spiritual bond between two men. There's not one thing in thousands of things he wrote that suggests there was anything sexual there. And the interesting thing is, some people in his lifetime had been concerned about the nature of their relationship. It's like, why are these two guys always hanging out, right? And he addressed that in his lifetime. Why would you go there? Why can't men be spiritual brothers? Why can't you get that, right? And so I wrote my script, and unfortunately, some of the people in the Turkish government misinterpreted my script to think that was the relationship. I was like, I went out of my way in my script to say that's not the relationship, but because they had their own weirdo issues about it, they read it into it.
Wow. So they projected their own issues on it.
They projected their own, and as you know, in the Middle East, there's a lot of, let's just say, closeted gay dudes.
Closeted, yeah.
And then they project their own stuff onto that. I was like,
wow.
what are you talking about? I actually have the character discuss the misunderstanding of the relationship. How did you not read that line? It's there, right?
That's the other thing, though, is with this movie is what I wonder about is, okay, two things. And this actually, I'm actually curious now to watch it just so I can see if this occurs, because I'm wondering if one, that he's just this is a throwaway comment, because the way that the interview was going, it seemed like he didn't really even know what he was talking about. Like it wasn't,
he just threw it out there as a
just kind of threw it out there.
He's like that old uncle who hasn't figured out we're not shocked by gay relationships anymore, right?
Yeah. So it seemed like a throwaway comment to me, but I would like to see the movie to see how that translates into the movie, because if, like, for example, like in the movie, like, is he actually going like, cut, like, you need to play this more gay? Like, I don't know what, but like,
I just,
Are you wanting to know if there's like a legit love scene?
I want to know if there's a legit, like, if there's not that there's a love scene, but that there's an underlying message or like a propaganda.
Well, I
or
think
whatever
there was actually a little bit of a
these people are
message
gay.
even in the first one. The first one kind of did a little bit of indication to.
I never saw the movie. What was the indication? I never saw that.
Yeah, what was the indication?
There were, I can't really, you'd have to read on it because I only watch bits and pieces of it, but I know that is where this all comes from. It stems from the shipping of the two characters.
That's
that
most
big
of
thing.
it.
That's most of it, but
That's
I
his
know
imaginary
that
projection. Yeah,
I think a lot of it was, but they saw something in there that made them. That triggered it. Yeah.
I want to say it's pretty because of, and there's like a portion of slash fiction, which consists of what's called hurt comfort slash, where you've got one person who inflicts pain on the other. And it's a very, very destructive, toxic kind of relationship.
Sounds like dating in Los Angeles. That's what it sounds like.
Pretty much.
Like 50 Shades of Grey kind of relationship. Like,
no, 50 Shades of Grey. That's kind of that's light compared to some of the stuff that these hurt comfort shippers get into when they do it. So I think they're seeing the same thing in the Venom film. With the first one, which was what was going on there. You could tell that it was a very toxic relationship. It was a power, relationship of power, pretty much is what it was. So you had it in that one. With the sequel, who knows? I mean,
but you've seen the first one right now.
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Did you pick up on what Mandy says, that there was some underlying things that kind of set this up?
Mr. Tickle Trunk is saying in the chat that Venom kissed Eddie while on his girlfriend in the first Venom.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
But Venom, as in the symbiote, is sexless, right?
Exactly.
It's not
so
Hardy,
you
Tom
knew
Hardy
that it was the two humans. It wasn't the two symbiotes trying to tongue each other down.
No, and from what I understand, he was trying to get him back with his ex. That is what the symbiote was actually trying to do.
Yes.
But they saw what they wanted to out of it. But that is exactly the point. When I was reading up on it, that was exactly the point that kept coming up, that made them kind of start doing the, well, let's ship them two together. And I hate saying that word. I know what you mean. I feel it just don't feel right. But that's what's happening.
Stretch. If that's all it is, that's a stretch.
It's a stretch. And I really think that what they probably will wind up doing with this movie is holding out the carrot, so to speak. And it's a nothing burger.
This is just gay baiting.
Exactly.
Man with Hollywood dangling
exactly.
not gonna act
I think that's what it is. It's like,
I don't know if
this might be in here and fulfill all your fanfic desires.
Yeah.
Go see this movie, right?
And then they'll project whatever they want onto the movie and be like, oh my God,
it's total contempt for the LGBT community. It's total like, these people are suckers, they're morons. Let's just dangle some stupid stuff in front of them. And unfortunately, the young generation, straight or LGBT, is stupid anyway. So they a lot of
Yeah.
them
I
fall
know
for it,
they
right?
fall for this mess. But
fall
what is
for it.
definitely not stupid at all is all the amazing super chats that you
Well, let's
guys
let's
have
get them,
dropped.
and then I want to
That's
talk
a
about
nice
the
segue.
earth-shattering news
Yes,
of
ICM and
that happened in Hollywood.
CAA.
That's going to change everything. I want to talk about that.
Yep,
You're the
so-
first people I get to talk about on this, so this is great.
Oh, I love it. It's
Yay!
such an honor. Well, let's see. First, we have Deranged Lunatic for $1.99. Thank you so very much. Y'all are going to laugh at me with this one. How about a haunted growler house? Super scary.
So glad you got it. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I knew it was going to come to bite me.
Tom.
That's how it works on this show.
I'd go to that.
Tom
I'd go to
King.
Kamran
that.
is so confused. He has no idea what we're talking about.
Not a clue. Not a clue. I'm not
I
gonna be
actually
the one.
do.
Yeah. Oh no. I'm not gonna be the one to respond. I'm not gonna say
I
it again.
no,
I'm not.
No, I read it. That was bad enough. Okay, Mandy, I ram bam through that.
Yes, Ram 3,000 for £2 and 50 pence.
Pence.
Thank
yes.
you so much, Love Bug. So, Mandy, Mayberry, North Carolina. I'm not in North Carolina. Do y'all think it's a North Carolina accent?
No, honey, it is not North Carolina.
No.
Oh, you know you're
No.
south.
Further
No.
south, Love Bug.
Further
Keep going.
south. You sound
keep
like
going down.
Mississippi, Biloxi.
Thank you so much for that super chat,
And
Love
so
Bug.
you're not far from Mike, who's now in South Carolina.
That's true. That's true. I'm quite close to
Wow.
Mike now. We were talking about that recently. Yeah, very close. I'm in Georgia, so accent.
Are we on Deranged Lunatic?
We are.
Yes, we are.
Deranged Lunatic, aka DL. Thank you for $1.99. Says, let's all have a hot bologna sandwich with mayo.
Let's not say we
I
did.
hate my life.
Hey,
Damn it.
Be careful what you wish I land on.
I know.
Oh shit, I can't. That's funny.
Oh my
God
gosh.
damn it.
Christopher for
you
$2.
ladies make my Monday night so
Thank
much
you
fun.
so-
What you say, the vibe on this channel is unlike any other vibe I've experienced.
Oh my god, let's see. Christopher and it's oh god, let me get my I just had a freaking Microsoft window pop up.
Oh no.
Stand
Oh,
you,
no.
Bill Gates.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher for $2. Sure, you stick your crock in some black goo once and you're gay.
Wow.
Just one time.
I guess
That's one time you got that
Circus.
label for the rest of your life. You know,
Mhm.
can't escape it.
Can
That's
never
a
live
one
it down.
time. One time.
Oh my gosh. Nikki D for $10. Thank you so much, Love Bug. Venom being declared LGBTQIA seems unnecessary. Most of these major movies and shows today keep placing a needed emphasis on sexual identity. Is it virtue signaling or insidious social engineering? I
Both.
think it's both. I
Both.
think both of those. And
I
I
agree.
absolutely 100% agree with you. This is unneeded. It's absolutely unneeded. Venom is not the place for this. So yeah,
And
I
that's
think
why
it's
I'm
both.
saying I'm curious to watch the movie to see if this insidious social engineering is actually in the movie or if
I
it
don't
was a
think it- like,
virtuous
it's just
signaling
dangled
throwaway
crap.
comment that this guy made to get the
I just
whoever to go see it.
I just think it's
It's the
bait.
latter.
I
You
think
think
it's
it's bait?
bait. I really do think it's bait.
It could be, but why the
Could be.
hell would you sell your movie like that?
Because
You know what
they
I
think
mean?
that's
It's
the
what
audience.
Kids are
sells.
doing, yeah.
They think
what
that's
they
the
do.
future.
It's what
They
everybody's
don't realize
doing.
these kids are these dumb kids that they are trying to bait.
Diversity and inclusion
money.
and all of that. Yeah, broke ass.
They just think that sells now. That's like their marketing strategy. It's
That's
like
insane.
And that's
That
why I
is
feel like this is
insane.
outdated crap. This is like some of the dumb stuff that Lucasfilm was doing like 4 years ago. It's like outdated.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
still
You know,
doing
with
it.
respect to Mr.
Of
Circus, who I would
course
love to
it's
work with.
female.
He's like that uncle who hasn't figured out where the train is right now. It's just like we moved on from it, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Ariel-
We're gonna erase this video. If I ever work with Andy Circus, we're gonna erase this video. I'll
Yes.
Oh,
put it-
definitely.
Yes.
Ariel Koto, thank you so much for the $2. Says, aren't parasites supposed to eat from the host?
Yeah, that's the idea. The parasites.
Yes, they are.
Steals from
They are supposed to.
They
But
are.
in this case, they're gonna. In
Eat
this
the
case, the
host.
parasite's gonna eat the hostess. That's what's gonna go.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm with you, Nina. I'm with you, love bug. Don't worry. I got
I'm
you.
sorry. I couldn't
I
help
got you. I made the
Couldn't
ET
help
comment earlier.
Yeah.
Nothing you say is going to be bad now.
Anthony Arribas for 1999. Thank you so very much for that, my dear. The amount of clowns I saw praising this just shows they love sloppy seconds and eat up anything.
Mhm.
They just love tokenism. I just don't get it. As long as the representation and inclusion is there, fifis are validated. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's sloppy sections. It's methadone. It's look, isn't this great that we just have this here? We don't care about if it's of any substance or anything like that.
What you need is authentic heroes. If you want to make an LGBTQ authentic hero, make it from the beginning and
Yes.
that, right? You know, we talked about Lorena in a broadcast we did like last week about Muhammad Ali. That's an authentic black hero. He's a hero for all humanity. But he was an authentic, and when he created his persona, there's nothing like that in the world. It was nothing like that. He created it. He created it. He's like, there's no black man out there saying this kind of stuff with this kind of poetry and this kind of confidence. I'm going to create it. And he created a myth.
Yep.
Exactly. Okay, Mandy, you're
Oh,
next.
it's me. Anthony Arribas for 1999.
Oh, you got Rudy.
No, wait. You got
Rudy.
Oh, I got
Next one,
Rudy.
yeah.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry. Rudy for $5. Thank you so much, Lovebug.
Hey,
DC
Rudy.
has what they're asking for. The comic is Section 8. The character Bueno Excelente hooks up with a male space tapeworm. It's
Oh
super
my
gross.
god.
No, he's right though. He is absolutely right.
You're shitting me. This is actually a thing?
I believe it is.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
Well, I mean,
real?
whatever, man. Why don't they just go make that movie then? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I got to look this up.
What the hell?
I
Oh my
got
god. Okay. While you do that, and please share a picture if it's
And some
acceptable.
of the chat, White Knight is saying, I don't know this character, but it says Marvel has a gay hero for decades, North Star. He was part of Alpha Flight, a Canadian superhero team for decades. Okay.
That sounds familiar.
For
Why don't you
decades,
go make a
sounds
movie
like
about
a
that,
well-suited character to develop.
Yeah, why doesn't Marvel just go make a movie about that then instead of like,
Yeah,
you know,
because then
gayifying
they
every
would-
other character?
Because then they wouldn't be able to bait. Then they actually have to give this market and then discover what the market really is. And they'll discover if the market doesn't exist for this kind of character, even in the LGBTQ community, then that's going to take away the political posturing.
Yeah, see, instead they want to make freaking Logan and Cyclops gay. It's like, go fuck yourselves.
God, you know,
They want they want to make any males they
Can't-
gay.
Exactly. You can't be super straight. You can't be, you know, straight smoking a cigar and, you know, killing everything you see.
And not just
and,
that, like having that
Ugh.
love triangle of the two guys wanting one girl.
And Jean Grey, because
like that was because everybody loved that love
freaking
triangle.
love that triangle. I couldn't stand Cyclops.
Have
but
y'all
he's a good
noticed they're
girl.
not turning as many females gay as they are the dudes? Like,
God damn it, Mandy! Why don't you shut up?
No,
Because they're
that's-
going to start now.
That's
they're going to
because
listen to you.
testosterone is more
Well, we like-
threatening.
is that what it is?
Yes, when you emasculate the men.
Don't forget the male gays.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
male gaze.
males.
No,
males
but
say
like I said, everybody I work with in Hollywood, they're all sort of beta dudes, right? They're all the sort of weak, wimpy guys who only get chicks because they can like casting couch them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all they don't have game, they don't have charm, they don't have charisma. So they're all these sort of like resentful, nerdy dudes who are now using power to advance themselves sexually, right? That's the people that are in the industry, right? That's the-
Cameron, you're giving me LA flashbacks right now.
You
just
know,
saying
that-
that.
I wish I was queer so I
I
could
know
get chicks.
exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, so alpha dudes are a real threat. They're really
That's why
resentful
they
of that.
want to turn freaking Tom Hardy gay, okay? Because people like Tom Hardy. People like me wanted to see this movie for Tom
Yeah, me
Hardy and be
too.
like,
He was
"Ah,
hot.
like, oh my god, you're so
Tom Hardy
hot.
was hot.
How did you
know?
not say Flicker Bean in that moment, Nina? How did you leave that out? That you had the perfect opening there.
I could have said it.
You could have.
I
Totally.
just felt like I've said it too many
Hashtag-
times tonight. People
There's
were gonna
never
start being
there's
like,
never
"Mm,
too
mm,
many
There's never
times for
enough.
being.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. There's
Damn
never
it.
enough bean flicking.
Let's see, Nina, you're on Mr. Tickle Trunk. for
Mr.
5.
Tickle Trunk, thank you so much for the 5. Says coming out is commonplace. LGBT people are commonplace. This sort of celebration makes it annoying to people who already accept what is commonplace. Yes.
Yeah, this
Yes.
isn't 1985.
No.
It's a
Yeah,
very
man.
different world than what I grew up in, right?
Same
And so,
here.
Yeah.
People
that's
come
what we
out,
were
you're
saying
just
earlier.
like, and
Yeah, exactly. And
Well,
Okay.
that's why, and I'm going to say something controversial. That's why I think a lot of the younguns in like high school who are all suddenly very gender fluid, it's because being gay, that identity isn't getting them any attention.
yeah,
Suddenly they're like,
no.
well, then they go further down the rainbow ladder, right?
non-binary,
Because they're not that
identify as a
interesting as being, well,
treat.
I'm gay. So what? Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
normal. Okay,
Yeah.
it's like, well, no, but I'm trigender or whatever the newest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and all this, and you're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Oh, I feel such compassion for you. Must be so hard. And now suddenly they're special again. Right? It's just
That's why
Yeah,
they're making
exactly.
up all these words now that make no sense. And you're like,
Mhm.
what?
well, that's why I don't use the word gender, because it doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't mean
It
anything.
doesn't. It doesn't.
So I just use
There's-
sex. I just use intersexual. I use those words. It's like, because I don't know when a word has 100 possible meanings and no definition. I'm like, I don't know what that means. If you can't tell me what a man and a woman is, you can't define the word, then it has no meaning. Let's move on.
Well, we're just
Right.
birthing people now, and if you follow the science journals, we're just what is it? Vagina with the
People
body.
with
person-
vaginas.
Yeah,
People with
yeah.
vaginas.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's science.
That's where we are
Science,
now.
y'all.
Now.
That's where we
Look,
are now.
in the future, it's interesting because in the Gene Roddenberry future, when we're all exploring the stars, they're going to look back at this brief moment of like a decade of crazy, and they're going to look back at it the way we look back at the Salem witch trials. We were like,
Right.
these people all lost their
Fucking
minds.
barbaric.
Yeah,
They're
what was
Yeah.
wrong with these
freaking
people,
nuts.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Nuts.
they won't understand. Like the advanced Gene Roddenberry world, we're all going to accept each other and our uniqueness. We'll look back and go, this was a nutty time. It wasn't
Yeah,
about
what a dark
identity or anything
period
else.
in Earth's
about-
history.
Clown
Uh,
world.
the period
absolutely.
when TikTok was around, that is
God,
gonna
Tik-
be
don't even start
that's
on
gonna be
TikTok.
known as the dark times.
TikTok.
Here for TikTok.
Is it my
Yeah,
turn?
I finally got on TikTok. I got on TikTok to
Did
follow
you?
this. I got on TikTok finally to follow this very interesting woman who had made some really funny comments about, let's just say, some of the medical events that are happening, and the African-American woman. And she made some really impassioned comments about Mr. Biden's perspective on things, right, as a black woman.
I
And
think I've
then I
seen
got
her.
on there,
She's
and then
great.
they pulled her. They pulled her for saying
Oh,
that.
of course.
Of course
They
they
said,
would.
Oh,
Of
of course they
you
did.
can't go against, what they expect for you to say,
Yeah, especially black people's
You
perspectives on
gotta
this issue.
stay in
Nope,
your
don't want
No,
that.
Yeah.
no.
You know.
They silence black people with that perspective more than it's insane.
They pull us out. It's just like,
Every
no,
time.
you can't,
Every
can't have
time.
you around there. Can't be
Mm-mm.
disturbing.
So now I
You
just
either-
follow Taylor Swift and like Selena Gomez and whatever. That's
Mm,
fine.
Sure.
That's fine. So
Well,
TikTok is
let's
fine.
see.
Yeah.
We have Cigar Gangster for 1999. I like that name.
I
Thank
like
you
that name
a
so
lot.
very
I like
much.
that.
That was a nice, very evocative.
Yes, I am looking forward to the scene where Eddie Brock says, "I like my aliens like my men, dark and strong."
Oh my god. See, this is what I'm talking
probably
about.
better
Y'all
writing
think there's
than the
actually
movie.
lines like that in there? I
I-
don't know.
It depends. They may not, but the way they are selling it, they make me think that they're going to, and that's
Mhm.
enough to make me say I ain't watching this shit till a
Mm-mm.
review comes out.
I'm
I'm just.
I'll
so
wait till the
tempted to
normal
watch
people
it
go
just because
see
I
it.
want to see. Like, I want to see how.
Let's
gay
watch it. Hey, let's
and
watch
how
it in
gay
a
it
back room
is.
together.
It's
I'll make
gonna
fun of
be
it.
it's gonna be zero
Yeah.
gay. I'm telling you, it's gonna be zero gay. It's
You
gonna be
think?
zero.
It's gonna be zero.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's bait. But we have to
Bait.
see if it truly is bait. But I agree with Mandy. We need to watch this back chain.
We need to
know,
watch
what
it.
it is this is the male equivalent of like during the 90s when you'd always have like the quick girls kiss for a second moment, right? And like, oh, there's a little bit of lesbian bait, right? And then you're off, right? And the guys get titillated and whatever. And this is like they don't even show the dudes kissing; it's just like implied.
Yeah.
They don't even do that, right? So,
Oh my god.
I will say that girl on girl kiss with Sarah Michelle Gellar and what's her name, the little mousy girl with the brown hair
which one?
on Cruel Intentions. That
Oh
was hot. That was
yeah.
hot as
I
fuck.
That was
I
hot.
didn't remember.
So with the
Right.
kiss on Wild Things, the lesbian kiss.
Well,
on
Yeah,
yeah.
Wild Things.
Have you seen,
that
have you
was
seen
really
the
hot, too.
unrated version of Wild Things?
I have
That's a
not.
very
Is
good
it?
movie.
Girl,
It's even
Writing
better.
it down.
There's an
The unrated
version?
version, and they have a
Yeah.
lot more of that kind of
Selma
stuff. It's
Blair,
not
that's
what you
right.
know.
Script doctor knows.
I'm
Oh.
writing it down. I'm gonna go check it out.
Oh,
Oh,
my
hello, wow.
gosh.
Melvin!
Belliard.
Melvin
My
Belliard making it
goodness
rain over here.
gracious.
Very, very generous of you.
Very
Thank you,
generous.
love
Thank
bug.
you.
Is that me? That's me, right?
You go
Yeah.
for it, Mandy.
Okay.
You go for it.
Melvin Bellard for $100 for the Benjamin. Thank you, Love Bug. Good evening to the lovely ladies at Toxic Film. Good evening, Cameron. Hi, Tom. Cyclops and Wolverine are two men that have slept with countless women in the comics, with Wolverine doing for over 100 years to not only make them gay, but secretly pandering for one another is just wow.
That's why
Yeah.
that killed me, because I
was
freaking
like, I'm done.
Wolverine
Well, weren't
was
they
the
rivals over
toxic
Jean
man.
Grey?
Yes, they
Didn't they hate
were.
each
That
other?
was the whole thing that
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
it so hot
Mm-hmm.
for like years. That was
Yeah.
like the comic I collected because I loved that love
Yeah, because
triangle.
but
Even though I
Cyclops
was
is the good boy she should be with, and
Mhm.
and
The
Wolverine is
bad
the bad boy
Wolverine's
she
just like
wants to
smoking
be with.
cigars,
Yeah.
don't care, don't give a crap unless Gene calls his name, then he just turns into, a puddle of goo. But
Yeah.
he was
Yep.
super,
He's a big
super
old teddy
toxic male.
bear.
I freaking
Mhm.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that
And
is
yeah.
a comment worth $100, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mel. Thank you so very
The
much.
next
for
one we
that.
have on the list is Raymond. So I just want to say thank you again to that $50 super chat. Was very generous.
Yes,
but
thank
we've
you,
already read
Raymond.
it, so I'm going to read the next one. Dr. Coffin Nails, thank you so much for the $2. Says, to be fair, hobbits are kind of gay.
Agree. Okay. Yeah, I
They're
see
gay
what
in
you're
the way that
saying.
they're like
I'm not
English.
seeing
They're English.
it.
They're kind of gay in the
okay.
English way,
I
right?
don't
Yeah.
see it. I don't see the hobbits as gay. I just don't.
But
I
like
just
all
see them
English
as
people are kind of
goofy.
gay, right? So that's
Here's
yeah,
the
whatever.
thing.
So-
Like, okay,
Fair enough.
With
I
hairy
remember-
feet.
I remember when I read the books,
Yeah.
like I didn't see it as gay. But when you see the movie and that part where that like Sam is like, it's me, sir, it's your Sam. And it's like, it sounds really gay the way he says it.
I'm sorry, Nita. I saw that, and gay was not.
Okay, I
Nita saw that's
I
class
agree.
hierarchy.
I didn't see
agree
it,
with
but my
Nina.
husband did. My husband was like, this is so gay.
I
Like, they're
agree with
so
Nina.
gay.
There were some. The Lord of the Rings did have some stuff that kind of makes you like, oh, come on out. Especially
Was I
like
watching
when
the same
when
movie?
well, yeah. Look at how Legolas in the very end. Legolas comes in, right? And he's like, with that stupid look on his face, and it looks. I mean, Legolas kind of looks gay through most of it, but
Well, the elves don't get it on, man. They've been around for 100,000 years. They've gotten bored with sex. The elves don't get it on.
I
Yeah,
love
they-
Legolas.
no,
That's actually, I think, canon. The elves just basically
I
stopped
love
doing it a long
Legolas.
time ago.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I just didn't get that vibe. Maybe I'm just not. I just didn't.
What is this?
What is this?
What's this?
I could help a bit. I could carry it for a while. Carry it for a while.
Uh-oh.
I could carry it. I could carry it. Share the load.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Like those scenes, my husband was like, this is so gay. And I was like, this is not gay. You don't understand. You don't understand the love that they have for
sorry.
each other.
My brain is not allowing me to see that.
I mean, it's just you have to separate the fact that again, we're not talking about humans. We are talking about a race that doesn't really even exist. They're hobbits. It's not
What? Mandy, hobbits exist.
hobbits.
Yeah, there was actually a race of early hominids that was like in
Yeah.
Australia that was like 3 feet tall.
Y'all
They
are,
found-
y'all
that
are
were like
shitting
human
me.
beings, but like 3 feet tall human beings.
Mandy, the hobbits,
Y'all are
first of all,
joking.
existed. And second of all, freaking the Anna, that Star Wars girl, is a descendant of one. She's a
I
freaking
know
hobbit.
she
So
does.
Anna's
She
instead of a
does
hobbit?
she does have hobbit blood in
Girl,
her.
she's dude, she's short, she's a hobbit, and she's got like giant hands, and it's weird. She's
Okay.
just like a mutant.
Okay.
She talks about it all the time that she's a
Hobbits
hobbit.
don't have as many stalkers as she does.
No,
This is true.
I think it's
No.
in her profile, like her Twitter profile says.
I think it
Don't
does.
Yeah,
I think it
Fury
does
of the
say.
Hobbit or something.
Yeah.
But
like
wait,
that.
are y'all serious? They're not little
No, I'm
people.
serious.
No,
Right?
but
Like
there
legit
was a
hobbits.
race of humans, hominids, that were
Mhm.
proto-humans that they
Yeah.
found in Australia, and
Yeah.
there's legends that the tribe still exists.
Yeah.
But they found bones of them that were 3 feet,
Mhm.
3.5 feet tall
3.5,
humans.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not far off from, the pygmies in,
That's
in Africa.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm googling that later.
Really.
That's crazy.
Look
I
up
love
if
how
you like
Mandy's
hobbits.
writing notes.
Yeah.
Let's
Uh-huh.
see.
So I got about maybe 20 minutes or so. At some point, I would love.
Kamran, you know what? Why don't we go ahead when we stop here and we can let Kamran. We'll get back to your super chats, guys. Thank you. You've been
because
so
I want to
generous.
share this.
But we do want Kamran to drop this news. So I saw this today, and I'm like, oh, shots fired in return.
This is a really big deal.
Okay, can you guys explain this to me? I
have no idea what I'm looking at either.
Yeah, okay.
That's what
Well,
Kamran's
let Lorena
about.
do it, and then I'll give my analysis.
So basically, you guys, there was a news article that came out. I think it was in Deadline a couple of days ago, where the Endeavor agency was talking about, about basically trumping up the new contract structures that Disney was coming out with for Marvel, and basically praising, Bob Chapek and all of that. Okay, Endeavor and William Morris merged. Okay, Endeavor is a competitor to CAA. ScarJo's agent is top honcho at CAA.
Okay.
ICM is another talent agency.
Each agency, like William Morris, Endeavor is very pro Bob Chapek and the sort of fund institutional structure, right? The money guys, where CAA has been very pro the talent club guys, right? So that's the bifurcation of the two most powerful institutions in Hollywood on the agency side.
Okay.
So this announcement here is CAA, which is the largest and most powerful agency, is acquiring ICM, which is one of the old agencies going back to the 1970s.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
So those ICM, before it used to be the big four in Hollywood, which were the largest four agencies were CAA, William Morris Endeavor, ICM, and UTA. Okay. I was at William Morris Endeavor for 7 years and I was at UTA for 5 years. So I know both of those institutions very well. And so those were the big four that were the largest agencies, had the most power. And then CAA has just announced today that it is buying one of those other four. So now there's going to be 3 top agencies. And so this is going to essentially, there's going to be 2 top agencies. UTA is going to be sort of the little brother of that, but the 2 most powerful agencies are going to be CAA versus William Morris Endeavor. And these are massive conglomerates. William Morris Endeavor has gone public. It's actually the first agency that you can buy stock in it, like on the stock market, right? And CAA is now moving in that direction as well. And so these are 2 massive conglomerates, and they have now come together. This is going to fundamentally shift the economics of Hollywood, and not, in my opinion, for the better, and certainly not for writers. And I can go into that, but I'll let you ask any questions you have about basically what's happening here.
Okay.
Are they making if it's like a monopoly thing?
Well, there is. I mean, in theory, the government could challenge it, but I don't think they will. Yeah, but it is getting to a place where we're coming down to essentially 2 powerful players, so competition is going away. The end result of this is obviously when these 2 agencies merge, there's going to be a lot of people let go, because in any merger, when you have 2 people doing the same job, the one that's at least tighter with the new boss is going to stay and the other one's out, right? So you have a lot of agents fired. So you're going to have a lot of agents let go. And as a result, you're going to have a lot of clients let go, in particular writers. Now, what's interesting is that one of the reasons CAA has purchased ICM is that ICM was actually a very writer-oriented agency. They have a lot, I think Shonda Rhimes and really big, very profitable writers are at ICM, right? And so CAA buying that wants to bring in the revenues from those top writers. Now, what's going to happen is that a lot of writers at CAA are going to be let go, probably to the tune of 200-300 writers probably are going to be released from the agency, not have that representation.
Yikes.
And so that's a lot of writers suddenly going from being at a top agency to like scrambling. So now it's musical chairs. It's getting smaller and smaller. And what's going to mean is that there's just going to be a lot of writers that aren't going to survive this. I'm writing an article, my next article for Patreon will hopefully come out in a few days, based on this, to talk about this is all part of the club that I talk about, the institutional power structure of Hollywood. This is essentially a coup de grace to wipe out a generation of writers. This is the final straw in several straws that have been broken, and they've broken the camel's back. And so this is going to impact all of you who are watching, in that a lot of really good writers are just going to not have representation anymore, and they're going to quit the business. So this is going to impact the storytelling quality over the next several years. And it's going to be, you're going to see a lot of generic sort of, God bless.
So what you're saying is that like there's gonna be like more of the same thing, like more woke, more like
Well,
less creativity, more
likely.
aligned with the gay agenda, the woke agenda, whatever kind of agenda that they have, like the
because the biggest writers
political.
like Shonda Rhimes and others, they're not necessarily the biggest because, and Shonda will hear this and never hire me, but that's fine. I actually went to college with Shonda. She didn't know me. I didn't know her. I went to college with what's his face from Game of Thrones as well, David.
Did you really?
Yeah.
D&D, Dan and Dave.
Yeah, I went to college with him. He didn't know me as well either because they were all in the cool club. And
Wow.
I wasn't in the cool club in college, and they were in the cool club. And guess what? Here we go.
Oh, I would have let you in
We're all
the cool
talking.
club. I think you're
Yeah.
cool as fuck.
Aisha Tyler and I went to college together. She didn't know me.
Oh, really?
She
I
was
love
a whole
Aisha
bunch
Tyler.
I'm a darker
I
guy. And there's a
do.
bunch of dark people in Hollywood, and they were all part of the cool club. And there's this one Pakistani dude who wasn't, and he's still here.
Is this gonna cause okay, because this is all Hollywood stuff and people there are vicious. Is this gonna cause like a blood sport type thing? I mean, are the writers gonna start fighting amongst each other and fighting and bidding for their jobs and stuff? I mean,
well, that's what's been happening for the past few years. The article that I'm going to write for Patreon is about that, which is essentially this new generation of young writers and minority writers was coming and rising. And a lot of these places like ICM and smaller agencies, whatever, were bringing them in and nurturing their careers because they thought they could make money on them. And so, and this is my view, other writers would disagree with my analysis, but this is my view, and I believe it, is that there was a big event that happened a couple years ago where the Writers Guild, the union that all of us writers have to be part of in order to work in Hollywood, the leadership of that union ordered all of us to fire our agents, as a leverage in a negotiation they were having the agents to end an old practice called packaging, where basically the way it works is a big agency like CAA or William Morris, whatever, they help you get your TV show on the air by packaging. They'll bring a director, they'll bring one of their clients who's a movie star, and suddenly you as a writer just had this script and you weren't that powerful, but now you have all these powerful elements packaged into it. And then the HBO will be like, wow, okay, I don't know who Kamran Pasha is. Well, you got Ang Lee in here. Yeah, let's make the show, right? So then in return for that, what the agency would do is they would then say, look, instead of taking a 10% commission, which is the normal commission you get for just selling something, the agency say, we'll take a commission out of the show's budget, right? And share the show's profits because we put it all together. And the clients will no longer have to pay commission because we're going to get our money out of the show's budget, right? So that seems like a really good deal for a lot of people, which is struggling, unknown, especially minority writers, suddenly get the agencies are incentivized to put them with famous people and get their packages sold. The agencies get more money, from the profit of the show than it would from collecting a commission on them.
right.
That incentivized them to go out for a lot of young writers and minority writers that normally wouldn't get attention. So guess what? A lot of powerful writers said, why is my agency taking that money out of my budget and my share of the profits? I don't like this practice because that's money that I could be going to my pocket.
Right.
So those people then pretty much leverage their power in the guild to convince everybody to end that practice, which is in everybody else's interest, not necessarily the interest of the very top people who might lose 1% more, from their pocket, right? And they forced us to fire our agents in order to change that practice. I had to let go of agents. I was at UT. I was at to go to them. Been with them for 5 years, had a great experience with them, and I had to fire them or I couldn't work in Hollywood.
That's absolutely horrible. Because don't you have I would imagine you have with an agent you've been with that long, there's probably like a really good working relationship.
There was friendship, working
friendship even. Yeah.
And
exactly.
So that went on for 2 years where people weren't represented. And guess what? In that 2 years, a bunch of young writers were washed out because they couldn't get their projects sold. Nobody was looking at them, right? Because they didn't have agents selling them. A lot of minority writers were washed out, right? And then after 2 years, with all this pandemic stuff that's been happening, the agencies finally came to an agreement saying, all right, we'll end this practice in a few years. All right. But during those 2 years, they then changed their business models to say, okay, we're not making money on writers. We're going to make money on sports representing athletes and on directors and doing packages around actors and forget the writers. So in those 2 years, of course, these brilliant agents who are money makers just said, okay, we don't need writers. We'll change our business model. So this thing you're seeing is the result of that, where CAA said, forget writers. ICM has all these clients that are, that are athletes. We're gonna go into the athlete business. We're gonna buy all those clients, right? So they have changed the structure of the economics of Hollywood in order for a few incredibly rich writers to try to get a little bit more money. And the end result is now in the trades. Just 2 weeks ago, the trades published an article talking about how young writers who supported, like all these young, I'm a Marxist revolutionary writer, supported this action because they trusted their leadership, only to discover now that this is all over, the agencies won't take them back. Because the agencies don't want, they're just going to take the rich writers now, which is what I said would happen. They don't want. We can't make money on packaging. Why do we need minority writers without connections? Screw them.
And that's the thing that cracks me up. As much as Hollywood talks about, diversity, inclusion, and all of that, they just wind up just wiping out a bunch of minority talent with respect to writing.
Yeah.
So and now you're stuck with this, well, from lack of a better term, stuck with this small group who is going to presume to write for those people.
Yeah. And this is now, this thing that happened today just made it worse, because now several hundred writers are going to be let go from this combined new agency. And they will, I promise you, most of them will be young writers that aren't making a lot of money. And most will be minority writers that don't know Ang Lee and don't have those connections, right? Because now they can't, packaging ain't a source of revenue. So the only thing that's going to be of value to an agent is, this writer's got to be making a lot of money. And the only way they make a lot of money is they got to be in the club. Club wins.
That is awful, because I knew people in LA who were like struggling writers, trying to get their script sold, trying to get on the right show, trying to get their, their
we were all trying to get packaged. We're all like, oh my God, can you get me to an agency that could attach Scarlett Johansson to my project? Because nobody cares about me, but they want to make a show with Scarlett Johansson, right? That was all of us were trying to do. The only people that were against that were people like, hey, I'm worth $100 million. I might be worth $110 million for this practice ended. That was
speaking of ScarJo. So how does this affect her lawsuit with Disney?
Well, I think her lawsuit is already finished, because her lawsuit was based on nothing. And I did a Patreon article about this, because there's been now a legal analysis that's been done on her thing. Her lawsuit has already been devastated for two things. One is that in Disney's response to her lawsuit, they actually stated, and I believe it's true, they stated, we don't know why this lawsuit is happening, because we called, because she's the most powerful actress in Hollywood. So the lawsuit, Disney stated, we called her agent when Chapek decided, I'm going to release this simultaneously on streaming. We called her agent and said, we're going to count 100% of streaming revenues to her box office bonus. We told that there would be no difference to her. In fact, she'd make more money from streaming, right? And so we already gave her what she wanted. So what's the lawsuit about? And I believe that is true, because that is what they would have done with an actor of that caliber. So there was no logic to this lawsuit, except that Kevin Feige told her, hey, baby, can you do this for me? We got to take down this Chapek guy. He's messing with my money, right? And she, who didn't fully understand her own economics, went along with this. And Brian Lord, who's trying to be the representative of the power players rather than the investors, pressured her into this. So that's one. And number two, which I just put out on my Patreon today, an analysis of this, which is that now that we've seen the result of Shang-Chi still has not made as much money theatrically as Black Widow. It's made about $350 million worldwide, and Black Widow made about $380, right? And plus, Black Widow made another $150 million on streaming, of which Disney keeps 85%. So it is already, Shang-Chi is $100 million less into Disney's pocket than Black Widow was. So her entire lawsuit was, this thing you did with streaming made me lose money. Well, as Bob Chapek said, okay, sure, let's try what you claim I should have done. Let's do that with Shang-Chi. Oh, guess what? $100 million
but Shang-Chi is Shang-Chi. She's Scarlett Johansson, and that's Black Widow. That's not like even in the same realm.
They don't care. I'm surprised that they haven't started crowing that, it's, racist or whatever, that Black Widow made more money than Shang-Chi. I'm waiting for that to drop.
Yeah,
well, the trades are trapped, because Deadline, the trade that's been very pro Feige. See, Deadline is aligned with like the club, whereas like Hollywood Reporter is more aligned with like the rich people, right? And they overlap, but they're not the same. And so Hollywood Reporter's been aligned with Chapek, and Deadline's been aligned with Feige. And so Deadline, if you look at Deadline's articles on Shang-Chi, it's the biggest grossing movie of all time. Even when it dropped the second weekend, 67%, which is exactly the amount that Black Widow dropped, they said that was a massive success. Whereas the exact same percentage drop, Black Widow was a massive failure. It's just propaganda, right? And so now they're trapped in this propaganda because they can't admit that Black Widow made more money. They can't go to, and they can't even use the excuse, racism, white people versus an Asian person, because they're pretending it's making more money than Black Widow when it's not.
Mm-hmm. That is you called this
You called
it when this first started. I remember sitting on a screen with you and you were saying that, and I was like, he's probably right. And
wait, you said that they were going to merge?
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm not surprised as I see this now, because knowing the damage that firing. Remember, ICM was a writer-oriented agency. So when they were when their clients all left, right? Suddenly they lost so much money in that year and a half that it took to resolve this, that they are severely financially damaged. So they had to find a financial partner, right?
Right.
And so the big bucks CA comes. So this whole thing that we did forced a writer-oriented agency to merge with this big talent-oriented agency, which means writers are going to be out.
That's
that's going to be tough, especially considering what we were talking about last week, and how, I mean, depending on what you think is going to happen with Lucasfilm and all that kind of stuff, right? But where does that place this then? Because I mean, if your theory is correct, would that make it so that, I mean, then that theory doesn't pan out then? Because then, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
a war. Look, CAA is backing, people like Feige and whatever, because CAA is talent oriented, right? And so Feige is considered talent, even though he's a studio head, right? And so this is a war. That's why last week we had, and Tom put it up on the screen, that's why last week we had the head of Endeavor, right? We had the head of Endeavor came out and publicly backed Chapek. So we're seeing the two sides of the war, right? So this is because this guy, Aaron Emanuel, remember, I was at William Morris Endeavor for 7 years. I was there at Endeavor before it merged and became part of William Morris, right? And so this guy, Ira Emanuel, he's the basis of that guy. What was that TV show about, the comedy show about with Vince, the about Hollywood. You know what I'm talking about?
Entourage. And everybody said, no, it's a different guy. I said, I thought it was this guy.
Yeah, no, it's based on him. The Ari Gold. Ari Gold is based on Ari Emanuel. It's based on him, who is this hustler dude who basically, his brother's Rahm Emanuel, who is, part of Obama's thing. So they're hooked up guys, right? But he's a hustler who basically created this sort of upstart agency in the 90s and just exploded it to the point that it could take over William Morris, like a 120-year-old institution, right? And so he's this hustler dude who his goal was always to take it public. So he made history. Not only did he take over William Morris, which was around in the 1880s, he then took over, he then took this company public, which was one of the things that the Writers Guild Club wanted to stop. Was they thought if this company goes public, writers will end up working for their agents. It'll become too powerful. The end result is it still went public, and now we have fewer agencies, and now we have too powerful agencies, and writers are completely screwed. And now we don't even have the leverage of packaging to make the agents excited to work with us.
So in this one, what is he talking about when he says that in a talent deal with talks with star clients? Who is he talking about? Just random.
Yeah, what he's saying is what he's saying is that the Chapek's approach, which now we're learning, at least in the lawsuit, appears to be to actually give them the deals that Feige claimed he wasn't, right? That Johansson claimed, I'm not getting this deal. Well, Chapek actually made a deal. Now, that's what they're claiming, and I believe that. And so he's saying that's the right approach, is to have someone like Chapek broker deals that will give the talent a portion of the streaming revenues as part of their bonus, right? Whereas CAA hid that fact because they're trying to remove this guy who's a threat to the power going from the talent to the investors. CAA is backing the talent over the investors, whereas this Endeavor guy who just took his company public is backing the investors, which is better for us. Look, none of these people are good people, right? I mean, these are all power players. They're not trying to do anything. Yeah. Right. But the end result will be that if the investors are backed, we get better stories.
Yeah. It's like a dog world over there. So everybody's just.
Yeah, it's legit Game of Thrones in Hollywood.
You got to play the game.
Yeah, you got to play the
what
game.
It is.
Yeah, this will lead to a worse situation for everyone. It's going to lead to a worse situation for writers and for the stories that you want to watch, because the only ones that are going to survive are what Nina said. It's going to be those that have learned to enter the club by pretending to be woke.
They're going to survive. The virtuous. I mean, you're gonna see some major virtue signaling now. I mean, look at what we this kind of makes sense with what we got about Venom now, right? Like, I mean,
the timing is perfect, isn't it?
yeah, the timing, like, kind of.
See, boss, I'm with you. I'm with the narrative.
Same thing, even like with Disney. You remember, it's like they have that whole Reimagine Tomorrow thing going on that they hid and then brought back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that. I mean, it's really sad for us because we keep saying, like, you know, we've been, a lot of us that are working this YouTube business and everything like that have been, you know, foot on the gas, trying to shine a light on what's going on. And sometimes we think, you know, we get a win or two here and there, and then stuff like this happens, and then you're like, oh man, it's gonna get way worse, isn't it? Because it's, I mean, at this point, it seems like it's gonna get way worse.
Rich people don't surrender. So you've got rich talent versus rich investors. So that's the fight, right? You know,
and there's no rich writers. Well, unless you're George R. R. Martin.
There's a small.
There's a few. Like Shonda Rhimes is rich.
Percentage. Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes is worth a few $100 million.
Small club,
right?
But it's
yeah.
You know,
and that club has become smaller because they locked. And the interesting thing is this: of those, when this whole thing that I'm talking about, how some of us writers oppose this thing that happened, people like Shonda Rhimes came out and opposed this too. Even though, you know, in theory, her pocket would get bigger if packaging ended, right? She realized this would destroy the system that allowed her to rise up and allowed her as a Black woman to rise up, right? Because she made these shows that became hugely successful on ABC and whatever, you know, Grey's Anatomy package. And that took a Black woman, you know, who didn't have a lot of connections and made her one of the most powerful people in Hollywood, this system. So taking that system away destroys opportunities for new up-and-coming writers. She saw that. You know, even David Benioff was out against this. You know what? Even Rian Johnson.
Wow, really?
Wow. I signed a letter, and you'll see my name against this action. You'll see her name on it. You'll see Benioff twice. You'll see Rian Johnson. You'll see my name. I'm on the list.
So who is for this? Just the people to make money off of it?
Who's for this are, because you'll see all the very top showrunners who are worth hundreds of $1 millions, right? Like, you know, they were against it. The people, you know, who wanted this, these were sort of the mid-level showrunners who thought, this is my payday. Another $10 million bucks would actually really put me into the upper echelons, right? They didn't care that it would sink the system. Shonda Rhimes cared. Even Benioff, who's worth like $100 million bucks, right? Cared that it's going to sink the system, right? But the guys who are like, oh, I showed the show to Fox and I'm worth like $5-6 million bucks and whatever. I want more out of that budget for me, not for my agent, right? So he wants to climb up to the upper echelons. He didn't care that he sunk everyone else.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the numbers we're talking about. Yeah.
That's real. I mean, it's every time I feel like maybe we're stepping, like, you know, taking a few steps forward, we end up taking like triple backwards.
Exactly, Mandy.
It's really, because it just a few days ago, I was saying I've noticed kind of a trend where people are starting to speak up a little bit more. Of course, it's not making that big of a impact yet, but the more people that are just like, you know what, I don't care anymore, and speak up, the better it is, right? You know,
well, that's going to change because of what just happened.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking we're taking the right steps, we're getting somewhere, and then stuff like this, and it's like, oh crap, this is just going to get worse for a while.
The fight's going to get more intense, right? This is, and you know, look, Lorena knows it because she's an investor, Disney. You know, the investors are angry, and they realize this club has essentially siphoned the money for itself, right? And so they're going to try to take that money back, and the club ain't going to give it up. So that's the fight we're in.
No, because shareholders, we put like individual amendments or proposals. Every stockholders meeting where you'll see these individual things, like Disney has to disclose their lobbying activities, bring in people like at the cast member level up to the executive level so they have an overall view of what's going on. All these proposals that will put together, as a stockholder, you can do it. They wind up voting it down. And this has been going on year after year after year after year that they've been doing this. So it's an uphill battle, and it's not going to be won overnight. You have to have the stomach to stick with it.
The board is on the side of the you know, the board, especially the one that Iger put in place, is on the side of the famous people, right? It's on the side and the shareholders like you are trying to get their money out, their best thing, and these guys want to take that money and distribute it to the club. That's as
Yeah.
simple as that. And that's
We
what
haven't
this
even
whole
gotten
action
even a
is.
dividend, and I think in like year and a half,
Yeah.
they haven't paid that yet.
Well, maybe the mind your business law will actually get passed.
What
The
is
one
this
that-
law? I don't know. What's this
There,
law?
it's a law for investors actually, to where the company will now have to hold accountability. It's kind of to fight against the woke. Like a company would now have to show their investors how cutting off this state or adding this or doing this, some of the things that really cost them a lot of money and the investors a lot of money, they now have to show the investors how this helps the investors make money.
So they have to, the law would require, basically they have to put out an analysis. If I don't want to invest in Texas because I don't like this new law, right? I'm pulling all my products out of Texas or whatever. This is the impact.
Yes. This is,
That would be a good law. That's a
yeah,
good law.
it's a really good law. Now, whether it's going to get passed is here nor there. Who knows?
Well, it would be the part of the same conflict between
Yeah.
ideologues and power structure versus shareholders. That's the conflict we're seeing in Hollywood right now with what we're looking at this on the screen here.
And that's what's been going on like year after year at
crazy.
shareholders merger. It's nuts. It's
It is.
nuts.
Hollywood just seems literally like an episode of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
These are cutthroat people, man.
Including
They
the
don't
rape and
play.
the incest. All
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, all of it. All
You're
of
not
it.
far
Yeah.
off.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kitty
all
stuff
that.
too.
Yeah, all that stuff is just
Well,
It's
look,
really bad.
I come in every now and then because I don't want to take up your whole thing, but I did want to discuss this with you, and thank you both for, because this is the hot topic of the industry right now. This is all anybody's talking about. I'm going to write a lengthy Patreon article about this entire thing that I'm talking about, how this is all part of a system for the club to destroy a generation of writers and what that means for us. And so I'm going to put that out hopefully in a few days. But you're the first people I was able to come and discuss this and share this with people. So thank you.
Well, I was excited when you were talking about this article. I'm like, yeah, I just posted that not too long ago. So definitely great having you on to talk
It
about
was
it.
so good seeing you.
Yeah, and Mandy, we still got to talk. You rescheduled on me.
I know. I had to go.
Mandy
buy a
doesn't want to be
car.
famous. I'm trying to
No,
make
I
Mandy
blew
famous.
my
You don't want to be
car
famous.
up.
I got to tell you something, Kamran, before
Yeah.
you leave, because I was
Yeah.
having a conversation with my husband the other night,
Yeah.
because he watched Toxic Femme and he watched us like kind of like go at it,
Yeah.
and he was saying that like, and he made me think about it because he was like, he thinks because I'm so bitter about Disney Star Wars that I've closed my mind off to some things, and I don't like closing my mind off to stuff. So I started like really kind of rethinking about all the conversation that we were having. And I would like to say that I like, because I want you to be right. And I think that,
but you have
and I
every
think
right
that,
to have a different opinion. It's okay.
yeah, and which I still do, not that I
Yeah,
don't.
that's fair.
But what you're right about, and what I can also see is that where there's smoke, there's fire. So I think that there's definitely something going on.
happening.
Yeah, there's something going on. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if Kathleen Kennedy is ever going to get fired or whatever.
And maybe ultimately the things that I'm hoping for will not happen. Maybe the club will win and the shareholders will lose. This is a war. We don't know the outcome of a war.
Yeah, we don't know the outcome, but I'm with you in that. Like something's definitely happening, something's brewing, and whether who's gonna be the victor, we don't know yet. And
just get your
we'll
popcorn.
find out, and then we'll
going
just,
on.
exactly get your popcorn.
If worse comes to worse, I'm saying they can only pull this another 20 years or so before literally people start making their own companies and say, fuck y'all.
In 20 years,
that's probably going
I better
on
own an
already.
island. I better be on an island with some Victoria's Secret supermodel, right? Like the old, not I guess.
Yay, can I come to your island?
The old version
Go
of
to
Victoria's Secret.
Cancun, y'all. There's a really nice
I'm already
island
gonna
over
come
here,
visit.
Isla Mujeres. We'll
I'm
go.
gonna
It's
come
called
visit
the
you
Island
soon,
of
Nina.
Women. It's amazing.
I mean, look,
Down
I was looking at after Newsom got elected again. I was like, I'm looking at Miami, looking at Florida. I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of here, right?
Florida, man. Florida, go
Come
to Florida.
on, we no joke. I keep seeing more out of state plates.
Well, no, we're all gonna flood you. So if I wanted
lot
to get
of us
like a
are
nice
headed
2-bedroom condo in Cancun, how much would that cost? Like,
I don't know off the
200K?
top of my head, so I'll hit you up. In
yeah,
the
no, please send
email.
me because I actually would like to, because I had a friend who just filmed in Mexico. So he had the greatest time. There was no weirdness, no like medical crazy. He just had a good time.
No. Yeah, it for how many months you said?
For
you, how long did you ask?
He said to buy 2-bedroom condo.
For a 2-bedroom condo, like, you know, a 2-bedroom condo, like
how
near the
long?
beach. We're looking to own it. Like if I wanted to buy one,
Oh, like
permanently
to
own,
buy
to buy like
purchase.
property. If I
Okay.
wanted to buy property in
I
Cancun.
have to look into that.
Yeah, drop me an email because I'm actually seriously looking at that because I got to get the hell out of LA, right? If
Okay.
all my work's gonna be done off of Zoom, you know, then might as well just do that in
I hear
Cancun or
ya.
Florida or wherever. Right?
I'm going to Florida, Cameron. Come to Florida with me. And we'll,
where are you going? In Miami?
I'm going somewhere near Orlando in
Okay,
the general vicinity.
Orlando
I'm
area.
gonna be near
Daytona,
the
like
arena.
Daytona, whatever. No,
That'd be near me.
Daytona's near Orlando, so yeah.
Yeah, it's only 45 minutes.
Yay!
On the I-4 corridor, you know.
So,
not that
but,
far away.
but it's all good. Look, Nina, I love when you're strong with your opinion because it's important. Otherwise, we get an echo chamber.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I'm a human being. I have perceptions based on 20 years of getting my ass kicked in this town, but doesn't mean I'm always right. It just means these are my perceptions, right? So it's important that we challenge each other or we become the echo chamber of Hollywood.
Definitely. I agree with that too. And
so I'm going to do this last thing, which I always do. I want to promote my Patreon because ladies always let me do it.
Yes,
so thank
please
you.
Do.
Every time I come to
ahead.
this channel, I get subscribers. I just crossed 70 subscribers today, which on Patreon is actually, you know, I'm a writing Patreon, and to be one of the very top Patreons, the top patrons have like 800 members. So we're incredibly rising.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. And so I just put out a piece today talking about my perceptions of the Sun Tzu moves that Bob Chapek is making and what signs we are seeing they're working. Now that this news has come out, I'm going to be working on a very detailed analysis of the future of the writer situation based on what's happened here, which I hope people will do. So, you know, a lot of people come subscribe. It supports me. It gives me the strength to say screw you to Hollywood. I just said today, screw you to a major producer who disrespected me on something. I literally told him what he didn't want to hear. And I said, you know what? Everything you're saying is a lot of bullshit. And let's just be real about what you're doing here. He couldn't believe this guy's an Oscar-winning dude. Couldn't believe I would say that to his face. I was like,
wow.
And you guys help me do that because I can say I get my FT money. I don't need you guys, right?
Yay.
So folks, please do consider supporting Kamran's Patreon. Definitely, please do that. Always love having you on the show, Kamran.
Everyone like this here. Everyone like this channel and support it and support all of our lovely ladies.
I'm hitting you up, Cameron. I got a car. I got a car now. I'm mobile again.
You got it. All right, guys. God bless it.
See you, Kamran.
Bye, Kamran.
It's all good.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
All right.
I love it.
I just realized, did we have any super chats for him? I hope not. I don't know.
I don't think that we
nothing
did.
Really directed, just like a hello
just
or
kind of like general.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can get back here on the super chat train. Thank you guys so much. It's been like 400 and at one time I think it was like 480 you guys watching. So thank you so very much for that. Please do hit the like button. Thank you so much for the support. Let's see. We have Darius for $5. Thank you so very much for that. Does this mean that The Thing is the most homoerotic movie ever made?
Wow.
I haven't seen that in ages.
I know. I haven't seen it for years either.
It's an alien.
That's pretty much it. That was a good movie. No
you know what
joke.
else is about aliens and has a very homoerotic name?
What?
The Abyss.
I haven't seen that in ages too.
Yes.
That's a good movie.
It was pretty good. I enjoy it.
I think I've seen it.
It's James Cameron. It's really good.
Maggie,
you like it?
Actually good.
Let's see, Josh Leakey for $5. If I said your name wrong, again, I apologize. The over-sexualization of everything is bad, but the changing of definitions is also causing harm. Like, what is a man or woman? It's confusing these kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over-sexualizing everything except females. Females have to be covered up, no cleavage, even like Wednesday night mall cleavage, like what I got going on right now. That's a Wednesday night mall cleavage. You know what I mean? But they don't like it. They don't like it.
They don't like femininity. They don't like feminineness. You know, they don't like Jessica Rabbit in the trunk.
Oh my God. And they're like making up all these words, man. I
don't care. I can't either.
Nobody got time to catch up with that.
Yeah.
If you have to wear, like, my thing is, and I'm not trying to sound mean, it probably is going to, but if you have to wear a fucking bracelet that lets me know what I'm allowed to call you that day, you need to fuck off and not even talk to me. Just don't, because I'm not gonna
just
play
don't
that
even
shit.
come near
Exactly.
me. Yeah.
Just go find you a hole,
stay over there,
bury yourself into it, and just leave me the fuck
Agreed.
alone.
Exactly.
That's
You know what's
stupid
weird
shit.
is I used to say I'll call them it, and then somebody told me, well, that's like, dehumanizing, and you can't say that. And then I watched another one of those TikTok videos, and then they were like, my preferred pronouns is they, them, it, and I was like, see, I know they would like it.
I seen
They're
somebody whose pronoun was bug.
I saw that.
My bug self.
Yeah.
I saw
that, the
somebody who
bug
said their
person.
pronouns was what, Apache attack helicopter, something like
Oh
that.
my god! Oh my god! Now it's you can't follow it.
It's
there's
mental
no
illness.
It's just
rhyme
like,
or
you know
reason.
what? Just what the heck do you want to be called? I'll just
It's
find that
mental
out and
illness at
ask you
this
that and
point,
get it
man.
over with. Yeah, goodness.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Valiant Renegade, thank you so much for the $4.99. Says Simu Liu will go down as one of the worst business decisions by Marvel Studios. A movie made for China, starring a guy China hates and would never accept.
Wasn't very intelligent, was it?
Oh God, he's a
Apparently he's also a super big creep. So
he was
I don't know.
He was a crap actor. There were so many other Asian actors who are much more engaging than
Am I
this
the
guy
only
was on
one that
screen.
found when all that shit came out about him? Did anyone else have a little chuckle?
I did.
Girl, I
I was
laughed
laughing
my
my
ass
ass off.
off.
I did too. I was like,
I was laughing my ass
yeah.
off until I read that stuff he said about, like, the other people, the other group of people that shouldn't even be talked about. And then I was like, are you for real, dude?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Gross.
Yeah.
I did giggle about him a little bit though, because
I did too.
Because Jesus Christ, are any of these weirdos ever gonna end up not being a fucking weirdo?
I
like
know,
they're
right?
they're all just weird fucks, right?
No, that's how they make it. They make it because they're weird. Like
I don't want them deciding my morals or my ethics and deciding what is correct and not. When
this is Hollywood.
This
is what they do. The crazy, most out of the. I can't even freaking describe it. It's like everybody in the bubble is taking crazy pills.
Yeah,
I know.
Right? The crazies are running the asylum. That's exactly
they
what's
are.
going
And
on,
have y'all noticed that like politics and entertainment have now kind of come together and intertwined and become this really disgusting ball of shit?
Yeah.
They've been progressively coming together because there's that adage. It's just like politics is downstream from culture, which is true, but that distance between the two, it's like now you can't tell, is it entertainment or is it propaganda? Let's play that game and try to figure out which one it is.
It's just totally merged and just become this really it's disgusting. It's what it is.
And that's why people don't want to watch that crap, except for crazy people. We have Sean the Movie Man 71 for $2. Thank you so very much for that, my dear. Venom 2 Carnage, the Chris Chan origin story. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
I can't.
Oh my god. I shouldn't be laughing about that, but
I shouldn't, but I can't stop right now.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Not sorry.
I'd watch it.
I would
That's
too, girl.
messed up.
I'd watch it.
That's messed up.
That's real fucked up.
Oh,
Let me see.
Blue
Marvel for $4.99. Thank you, Love Bug. What's worse, a wet growler or a dry growler?
Dry.
No comment.
I'm gonna Lorena.
I'm gonna say dry because then you get chafing.
Yeah.
Nobody
Dry's
likes
never
chafing.
fun.
Dry's never fun.
Get some Deranged Lunatic. Thank you so much for. Wait, is it my turn? Or is it Manny's turn?
Yes, it is.
It's yours.
Deranged Lunatic. Thank you so much for the $1.99. Says new movie, The Courtship of Eddie Brock's Backside.
Y'all in the chat are killing me. You really are.
I'd watch that one too long before I watch what they're gonna give us.
I am upset I did not come up with that.
That sounds like the porn parody or something.
Well, I mean, at least exactly, but you know what you're getting. I know going into
you're
that
getting
movie,
gay porn.
Somebody's getting pegged.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, hands down, somebody is getting pegged.
Yeah,
I'm
this
in.
is
You know, all right.
straight up
Let's see.
gay porn.
Let's see the old pegger.
Lord,
But
have mercy,
in this,
Jesus.
yeah, it's gonna be
Oh,
bad. It's
oh
gonna
God,
be bad,
that's
y'all.
funny. Oh, Bird Up. I like that. For
Bird Up.
$5. Thank you so very much. I'm cool with gay Venom if he's 80s gay, like the saxophone guy from The Lost Boys.
I still believe he's got to be all oiled up. He got to be greasy because that's how I have a clip
Okay,
of that on my
greasy.
channel that I play.
Oh my god.
I like me a greasy saxophone guy. I do.
Oh my god.
I
Or like
do.
he's like the gay guy from like The Simpsons when Homer thought Bart was gay and he took him to the gay steel mill and he's like, we work hard, we play hard. And then you have like fucking Carnage or Venom or whatever being like, we work hard, we kill hard, we play hard or something like that. Oh my god, that'd be good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Ah, whew. I don't know who started us.
I think it's my turn.
Yeah.
Lonely Frankenstein, thank you so much for $2. Says how I find monster fuckers. Women run away from me.
I'm gonna investigate that Lonely Frankenstein. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this monster fucking
my
situation.
That's so funny because his name is Lonely Frankenstein, and he's like,
Oh, monster.
"How I
Yeah, he needs to know. He especially needs to know about this. This is important to him. Don't worry,
that
Lonely
really cracked me
Frankenstein.
up. That
I'm
really cracked-
gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm gonna find out about these monster fuckers. Don't
Oh
worry.
my
I'm on it.
What?
Women
Is
run
it, you
away
know,
from
there's a
me.
group on Facebook, Rally for him.
There's a monster fucker Facebook.
Probably. There seems to be a group for everything.
God damn it, man!
Girl,
Who's
it's not
writing
right.
notes?
I'll forget. I forget to check their Facebook.
Yeah, see, there's a
I'm
reason
gonna go.
why I
I'm gonna
don't.
go post stuff.
This is why I don't hang out on Facebook. All
Oh
the
my
crazy stuff
God.
that he's
I'm gonna
say.
go post things on that. I got kicked out of my town's yard sale page. So
Why?
Really?
yeah.
It don't take much for some of these people.
No, because I was some new mod came in and was trying to lay down the law of the yard sale page, and I thought it was humorous that she came in there like swinging her dick at the. It's a yard sale page. Come on, you ain't gotta come in here dropping your rules and shit. Fuck off. So
Please say what again?
say what? What's the word? A word up? I don't know.
Ow.
Oh, I bet it's Monster Fucker Facebook. That's probably what it was.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay,
Let's see.
well,
We have Ram Bam 3000 for £5. Thank you so very much. Sorry, Mandy. I looked up Barney Fife and got my wires crossed.
I don't get it.
About Mayberry. The Mayberry.
Oh, oh, wow.
Oh man.
I carry more than one bullet in my pocket, though.
There you go.
So
That's what it was.
I carry more than one bullet. I keep a clip.
The Tweaky Kid has been a
is it
member
me?
for 2
Yeah,
months.
it's
Oh, is it your turn? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
it's me.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
Mandy.
The Tweaky Kid member for 2 months. Thank you.
Yeah, just renewed their membership or something.
much.
Thank you, Love Bug, and thank you for being a member. Hello.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You can read the next one too if you want.
Okay. All right, Chris Topher for $2. Thank you, Love Bug. Tom, I can't let your Bloodhound reference go unrecognized. A+. What Bloodhound reference? Did I miss it?
I
said I wish I was queer so I could get checked.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think I saw that.
And
movie.
see, when I hear Bloodhound, I don't.
You
think
never
of
heard of the
dog.
Bloodhound Gang?
Yeah, that's what I think. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals. That one, right?
Yeah, they got a song that says, I wish I was queer so I could get chicks, dig
No.
guys that are queer, guys
No.
that don't dig chicks, that don't dig guys like me. See, I'm not queer. I'm too ugly. But if I was, just imagine how great it would be.
I've never heard that.
Oh my
thought they
god, I've
were a
never
one-
heard that song.
I've never heard
I
that
thought they were
song.
a one-hit wonder. I thought they came out with
I-
Oh, hell no. They had 3 or 4 albums.
Oh my
Did they?
god, no,
I
I've never
They had
love
heard
one
of
that
it.
song that
animal
was
song.
called You're Pretty When I'm Drunk. And they had another
God.
Oh, I remember the "You're
I'm a
Pretty When
legend in
I'm
my own
Drunk"
mind.
one.
I
Have
don't
not
remember
seen
And
that
they had
one.
like the roof is on fire and all that shit, fire, water, burn, and yeah, they had a
I
couple
remember
other
the "You're
ones.
Pretty When I'm Drunk" one. That's funny.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought
Dude,
they were
I
like the
love the
presidents of
music
the United
video
States.
for the "Let's Do It" on the
All
like
my
they do
friends
it
are imaginary.
Oh my gosh.
on
They
the
got some great
Discovery
songs. I
Channel.
need to find a new vagina. The strippers only. The lap
Ooh.
dance is always better when the stripper is crying. Is another great song.
Wow. Okay. And
Well,
then we had Adam
Yeah, I
Wolford
can't
for
believe you guys never heard it.
$5. Hey, at least it isn't Els from Warhammer. 40K. They murder, fracked a god into existence, and tearing a hole in reality because they got bored. Okay.
wow.
That is
Fox. Oh.
Wait, what was that?
Oh.
What was that? I didn't see.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's another one of their songs.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go look these up.
Man.
yeah.
Oh, we have Mexican Iron Man for
Hey, Mike.
$19.99. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. Kamran, assalamu alaikum. Hail, lovely toxic femmes. This is a shameless plug for Pasha on Patreon. Join us. Yes, we put up
Yes.
his Patreon link, so please do support Kamran over on
Venom
Patreon.
gay,
if you're
it's a
so
slime monster.
inclined.
Yeah.
You know, it's reaching, it's a reach.
Yep.
It's,
Yeah. I told you it's because he already is inside the guy. So
Mhm.
that's why they were like,
Yeah.
oh, he's gay
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
I was always inside you.
Mhm. Mandy, you're next.
Okay,
Hillis Mallory.
Yeah, Hillis Mallory for $2. Thank you, Love Bug. Holler, y'all. Oh, Cameron, what up?
Holla
Very
back. Woo woo.
Ain't no holla back, girl.
Mm-mm.
Ain't no holla back, girl.
And then we had one. Oh, yeah. Okay. We had one from Hillis Mallory. Thank you so much. Says Lord, so without writers, the entertainment will nosedive into obscurity, and no one is gonna make any bank when stuff bombs and tanks.
Oh, somebody's making money.
Somebody's
making
always
it.
making
Somebody
money.
will.
Somebody's
Yeah.
making money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like just a lot of writers are going to be fucked. And
Yeah, you're gonna have a whole lot more waiters and waitresses.
And a
And
lot
that-
of
in
shows
LA.
are gonna suffer even more
Yeah.
than I already are.
yeah, if you, can,
you guys
if you can
remember that?
believe that.
You guys remember that writer's strike that happened?
Yeah,
like,
it killed the fucking 4,400, and I still ain't over that shit because I
it
love that
killed
show.
so many shows. Like it even killed Friends. Like I remember, like it didn't like kill it, but like that's when they like really went and fucked up with it. And then people were like, "We're not watching this." That's when they started like making Joey and Jennifer Aniston get together, and we were like, "What? What is this shit?"
No, the
have
4,400
never
was
watched that.
freaking amazing show.
I
I've
never
heard
it
good
was
started
things
just
watching
about
getting-
the
that.
4,400.
It was amazing, and it was just getting good.
Got great
It was
reviews.
it was just
Mhm.
getting good, and I was like addicted to the show. And then the writer strikes happened, and it just got canceled. And I was
Yeah,
just like,
that's why I never started watching it because I heard it got canceled. and I
yeah,
was like,
in the
"Well, I'm
middle.
not gonna
There's
commit to this."
no conclusion. No, it just literally in the middle of the season, it just stopped.
That's
And
so
it-
sad that they didn't even give you guys a movie later or something to
Oh
like
wait,
wrap
White
everything
Knight
up.
just said that the 4,400 is getting a reboot by the CW Monkey Paw Wish. Oh, Monkey Paw Wish. God damn it. The CW
As soon as
really.
you said
CW is
CW, I'm
trash.
like, I'm out.
Yeah, that's
I
why
don't.
I just heard that they're doing the B5 reboot too, and it's like, oh
The
god,
CW is doing the B5 reboot.
Are they
what I read.
really? CW said Babylon 5.
I
That's
think
what-
I did
that's
see
what I
something
read.
that J. Michael Straczynski supposedly is behind it, but I don't know. That's on CW. I don't trust it.
I don't
I'll wait.
trust CW.
I'll wait and see because Superman and Lois was a one-off. I'm still
not
shocked
watching
about
that
that
shit.
one.
Yeah.
B5 is perfection. Leave that shit alone.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. I don't JMS, you don't need the money that much. Let's see. We have Anthony Arribas for $19.99. Thank you so very much for that. Appreciate the support. I have a friend who works in the corporate world, and he was saying companies have this thing called ESG, where it's like a social credit system. The more woke you are and the more green you are, you get more investments.
I bet
Yeah,
that's
makes
true.
sense. I believe it.
That's interesting. I haven't come across it yet, but I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I
I would
believe
not
it.
be
This sounds
surprised.
straight up what they're planning on doing, even if they're not doing it
Yeah.
yet. That seems like what they want to do.
Yeah, it's coming that he probably works, or she. Sorry, I don't want to assume, but your
Mm.
friend probably works for a company that's a little ahead of the game. So, because
Yeah.
I see this, the world is definitely not what we grew up in. It is definitely nosedived a little bit,
Yeah.
but
They
it's
want
gonna
to.
get better. It's gonna
Yeah.
get better. I mean, it has to, right?
It does. It does. But you know what? Stay tough, push back on this crap. You
Yeah.
do not bend the knee for anyone.
No, do not take
Do
the
not-
shit.
Yeah,
Bend the
do not
knee,
bend the knee.
bend the knee, you lose your head. Put it
Yep.
that way.
Yep.
Don't put up with zero of their fuckery. Is what we're
Exactly. You push
Zero.
back on that nonsense.
saying. Mhm.
Mandy, you're up next.
Okay. What? No graphics. Pay for £2. Thank you, Lavook. Stay cool. Cam, fella takes over all the time.
I wouldn't say he takes over.
Nah.
We let him appear. He's got some great knowledge, to bestow since he's in Hollywood.
Mhm.
So we really value his opinion, and he loves
Very
hanging
much.
out with the hot ladies. So
Yeah, he's
we
always
let him pop
welcome.
on. Absolutely, absolutely.
And
Let's
is it my turn?
see. Yes, it's your
Hillis
turn.
Mallory, thank you so much for $2. Says pronouns. You are not a group of people, sir.
Love when you add that "sir" at the end.
I know. I haven't met one yet that's like that, but I don't think my meeting with somebody like that is going to go well, and I'm waiting for it. But I don't think it's going to go well for me. I think
I don't think it's gonna go well for me either, man.
I think I'm probably going to get my ass kicked if they're bigger.
I'm probably gonna laugh and walk away. That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I'm gonna laugh in their face. Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, man, you're mentally ill. Get some help.
yeah, you're disturbed. This is a Wendy's, ma'am.
Yeah, I laugh all the time. Well, no, I
All you
usually
can
say
do is you
something.
gotta
I
laugh
say
at these
something
things.
sardonic while I'm laughing in my head, just to have some fun with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said, "Sir, this is a Wendy's." That's my favorite comes back. The Tweaky Kid for a $9.99. Thank you so very much for that. Appreciate it. An old coworker who's a member of the alphabet community called me a Filipino redneck because my car had no rims. Can I authentically identify as one? Great stream, ladies. Oh,
funny.
okay. I gotta laugh because oh God, I had a cousin once who put rims on layaway, and then the car got stolen.
Oh shit!
no.
Oh no!
I feel bad though, because my last car, the one I had like a while back, I was texting while I was driving. Don't text while you drive, you guys.
Don't
I
do
was
that,
texting
Mandy.
while I was driving, and I went off the car, I went into the median, and I lost my hubcaps, and I popped my tire, and I had to Flintstone my ass to a gas station. But look, I couldn't. I was poor at the time because I was really young. I was
I hear you.
early 20s, so I was poor at the
You
time, and
broke ass.
I couldn't afford new ones. So I went to Walmart and I bought those cheapy stick-on ones, and those fuckers fell off because they're shit.
Oh no!
So I feel you. I have rode around with a no rim car. It's
Oh,
sad.
no.
It's redneck as fuck. And if you poor, there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it because those Walmart ones are shit. They ain't even
You
worth
don't
buying.
text and drive
No.
anymore, right?
No,
Mandy?
fuck no.
Okay.
One time. Well, no, I did it a lot before then. But one accident doing it. And I was my last
Right.
message would have been macaroni and cheese
No.
because
Oh my gosh.
because somebody asked me what I was having, what I wanted for dinner, what they wanted me to cook because I was on my way, and I was like,
Man,
mac
I
and
haven't
cheese.
had mac and cheese for so
Mac and
long.
cheese is good.
I love
Mac and cheese is delicious, especially if it's homemade. That's
right?
the
I
thing.
That's the only
know.
way it's
Homemade
good.
mac and cheese.
You have to
That's
make
the only
it.
way it's good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Extra sharp cheddar,
Let's
some milk.
see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it my turn?
yeah.
I have
Yes.
no idea.
Mhm,
No,
it
I
is.
did the.
Wait,
I
no,
did
no,
the-
Mandy's turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Let's see. Dark King member. Let's see. He's been a member for 2 months. No, wait. I don't know. I don't know
I
what I'm
think he
reading.
renewed his membership for another
You
6 months.
renewed.
Oh, okay. That's how that works.
Thank
Okay.
you, Love Bug.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for joining the channel. I will learn how to read these at some point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Thank
it's
you.
kind of weird the way
It's
they
weird.
pop up.
Strange.
Yeah.
And also Lugnuts also renewed the membership to
Thank you,
Midnighter for
Lug.
3
you.
months. So thank
Thank
you
you.
so
I
much.
just grabbed them because also, not only do we like to thank everybody, but there's the member messages now is something I just read
Yes.
about.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
the member messages, and they don't show you
Mhm.
They
on
don't
this
s-
side
yeah.
of StreamYard. You can't see them. So yeah, but it's a really cool feature, and I just wish StreamYard.
I think StreamYard is going to
they'll get
catch
with
up
it.
soon.
They'll catch. Yeah, they'll do an update soon. I'm sure.
Absolutely.
But
They
yeah, as
better.
of right now, we don't have the update for it yet. So
Mhm.
Okay,
yeah,
so
if we miss one of those, we truly apologize. It doesn't show on our end, but we
Yeah.
appreciate you guys so freaking much. You have no idea. So thank you guys.
Absolutely.
What Mandy
Thank you
said.
guys so much. Let's see. Where are we? We are, and I just clicked over.
Preston Bruno.
Preston Bruno for $5. Thank you so very much. When I have empty boxes laying around, I stack them into a city and then I identify as Godzilla. Yeah, you worked that
That's
kaiju
fun.
card.
Oh no, you gotta go.
No,
That's hilarious.
that is awesome. I used to work when I worked at Papa John's. One of my friends that worked there was a little person, and I would stack the pizza boxes up like really tall, like as tall as me, and he'd come back and go "Arr!" and knock
Oh
them all
my
down
God.
like it was a city. It was so fun.
That's
So,
hilarious.
That is so freaking funny.
I'm
It's
sorry,
fun.
sorry, Mandy, but they say he's got to go.
Who has to go?
What? Who's got to go?
What?
Who's going?
Who's going?
Go,
Well,
Godzilla.
Oh. Oh man, that's
God damn it, Tom.
Lord. Oh,
Um,
Mandy, I'm glad you landed on this one. Here you have Dark King.
Oh, Dark
Oh.
King for 2 Australian. Thank you, Love Bug. What's the Venom move in the Mandy Sutra? I don't know. I have to come up with a really good. It's going to involve a tongue, though.
Yeah,
No,
you know
no.
it is.
Now
Yeah.
it's gonna involve pegging because he's gay.
And and a
Well,
little
probably both.
and a little bit of pegging. But I do have you guys a really good one for tonight. So at the end of the
Yes.
stream, I will give you guys tonight's. And next week, let me write it down. You want a Venom move? I will write y'all the best Venom move ever over the week, and then you can pleasure somebody, or you can do it somebody. Okay.
Everyone's like,
There's evidently
rude
some
Tom's
new viewers who
dad
don't
joke.
realize that I live off of dad jokes. So
He does. He's great with dad jokes.
Oh my god.
True.
Okay, wait. We are
200
on
watt
200
studio.
watt studios.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for the $5. $5 for the beautiful Nina to stand up. Oh my god. Nah, I can't do it. Can't stand up.
I want to get some standees of you
Thank
ladies
you
and
for
have
the
y'all right
$5.
beside me.
Thank you so much for the $5,
Ooh.
but I can't stand up right now.
That would be weird,
cool.
wouldn't it? Would
she's
that be
not
weird?
wearing any pants.
Just,
I'm not
I'm
wearing
gonna
any
leave it up to your
pants.
imagination, but
I'm
it's
kidding,
not
of
It's
happening.
course.
hot. It's hot though. But no, ladies, would that weird y'all out?
What?
No.
If I took pictures of y'all and got big stand ups just standing
Not
right
at
here
all.
beside me?
I'd be
No.
What
cool.
if I pinched them on the nipples and stuff while they're
I
back
think
there?
it'd be really
that-
funny.
If you make super chat money off of that, just send me a cut.
Send you a
Send
cut
us
and
the
play
cut.
with the fake nipples.
Just send me a cut. You know,
Just
I
send
love
me
you,
a
girl.
cut.
that's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Oh my god. Hang on a second.
Oh my god, I love that. I love
Lord
that.
Kamina too for $2. Thank you so very much. They've obviously never heard of Monster
wearing a hat.
Girls. See, there you
She's
go.
got
Slim
on
pants.
pants.
I'm wearing
Look at that little
pants.
tummy. She's so dang cute.
Monster
You didn't
girl.
have to do that. I was obviously kidding.
No,
Jeez.
I just had to do it because people were gonna think weird
Oh,
things.
for Pete's sake.
Mm.
They're gonna think she was flicking her bean
Yeah.
without
Can you make a
pants on.
standee of me though? I want one.
I'm gonna
Well,
get one
thank
of
you,
too, Pop.
Lord Kamina. I appreciate that. Yeah,
So I can
I've
wake up
heard
and
of
think that
monster girls, but you know,
I see
it's not
myself
all.
coming to talk to me from the future or something.
I'm,
And then
I'm
the
doing-
older I get, I'll think it's me from the past.
This is happening. Y'all think I'm kidding. Y'all think I'm just fucking with y'all.
I know you're dead serious. That's why I introduced the whole cut conversation. So
Okay.
you know, get that
Get that out of the way. It's
Exactly.
now we can focus on the friendship and not the business.
Exactly.
We can focus more on the nipple tweaks and stuff.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. I'm down.
Oh, let's see. Oh, Mandy, I think you're next with
Okay.
Larry.
Yeah, Larry, name's so
No.
good. Oh,
The one above it.
No, I already did that one.
Oh, you already did that one. Oh,
Yeah.
so, I'm sorry.
Larry, name's so good. You gotta say it twice. Hey, Lovebug, he has renewed his channel membership. So thank you, Lovebug, and I'm so glad to see you here.
And I think he says something there. That's the message.
Remember Edgelord, remember the member.
I don't know what. I don't know.
The member, like the channel member, or like the member?
Yeah,
you know. The
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's an inception of a message. Remember
It is.
the member of the
I didn't
member.
see that movie.
Hey!
I'm good.
You didn't see Inception? Is that what you
I
just
did
said?
not see Inception.
You didn't see Inception?
Really?
It didn't interest me. It just did not interest me.
That's probably Nolan's best one besides the Batman movies.
It's true. It's true.
Maybe I'll see it. I saw Tenet.
Oh, Tenet sucks.
I saw Tenet. And just did not decide to. Somebody's like, "Oh, you got to see Inception." I'm like, "No, that's okay. I think I'm done with Nolan."
Enough. Yeah, you've had enough Nolan.
I'm done.
No, dude, Inception was way better than
Inception's not. I'm not as down with it as they are, but it's okay-ish.
It's not on my radar to watch.
Yeah,
you know, it's just one of those things. I might run into it one day when there's nothing to.
I understand that. I understand that.
Do. Let's see, where are we? Think
Are we on
Mina,
Dash
you have
Attack?
Dash Attack.
Yeah, Dash Attack. Thank you so much for the $2. Says calling it Venom not gay. It's just bad marketing, and I think that you're probably right. And I just think that guy's like a throwaway comment. But that's why I'm curious. I'm curious to watch it and see what kind of gay propaganda he's got going on in this movie.
It's gonna be like Lucy with the football, but that's what I think it's gonna be. But it'll be interesting to see if
there's gonna be a lot of rainbows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tenet was confusing. Not to mention the crappy sound mixing that they did. That didn't help
I
things.
couldn't stand.
I'm like, who the heck
sound
let
mixing.
that go?
Nolan.
Stupid.
He was proud of it. He was like,
liked
it's
it.
my experimental sound. And I'm like,
Your
bro,
experimental sound sucks.
Yeah, it doesn't work. Stop
Yeah.
doing it. He did
God.
it for Interstellar too. And then he doubled down because everyone was like, dude, the sound sucks in Interstellar. Don't do it. And he's like, I'm doubling down and I'm doing it for Tenet. And he did it again. And everyone's like, bro, this sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. Again.
Yeah. Just don't do it again, Nolan.
Nah. Let's see. We have Dark King for $5 Australian. Thank you so very much. Eyes, lungs, pancreas. So many F holes, so little time.
Whoa.
The next Venom, probably. Next, they'll make Venom the descendant of slaves.
Oh my God.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's nuts. Okay.
Yeah, they fucked up Venom, you guys.
Oh God,
They got
yeah.
and they got fucked up Tom Hardy too.
Yeah,
This is
either they
bullshit.
fucked up the movie or they fucked up marketing, but somewhere there is a giant fuckery happening.
Somebody's getting fucked.
Somebody's getting fucked. And
It's a hot mess.
It's always the audience. That's good.
Yeah.
Really is so.
Uh,
Is it me?
Yeah, it's you,
Okay.
Mandy.
Chris Topher for $2. Thank you so much, Love Bug. Would Venom porn be BBC incest interspecies erotica?
Wow.
Probably. That
Yeah.
hits a
I'm
lot
gonna go
of
with yes.
yeah. That seems
Also, I think we
We skipped Deranged
Yeah,
Lunatic. Oh, you want to get
Deranged
that?
Oh,
Ina?
I'm so
I'll
sorry.
grab Deranged Lunatic.
Okay.
For $1.99. Thank you so much. Says the writers' strike also killed off Heroes, which is true. I didn't watch Heroes,
I
but
didn't
I know
watch
a lot of
Heroes.
people that did, and
I
here.
did not. I did not. I just
No,
remember the
I-
line, "Save the cheerleader, save the
Save
world."
the
but
world.
about
That's
it.
why I didn't watch it. That is that one clip is why I didn't watch it.
I just had superhero fatigue, and I was like, I don't care.
I
No,
just
they
wasn't.
got me with
I
their
just
marketing.
wasn't interested.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't either.
And I don't like that Pantera girl, the girl that played the cheerleader.
Yeah, I don't know her. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
who
know
I
she
anything
is.
can't
about
think of her
Heroes.
name. Little blonde chick, but I didn't like her as an actress, so
Yeah.
I just didn't like it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so we have Mr. Mystery for $1.99. Thank you so very much. I worry we are now normalizing mental illness.
We are.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you don't agree to their mental illness and what they believe as mentally ill, then you're called the bad person. You're not a good person. You're a bad person. I gotta quit saying it like that. Oh my god!
No,
it's
but
so
you
condescending.
are. It's true.
But yeah, no, they absolutely are. It's some of this shit is just fucking cuckoo.
They're
It's not.
they're normalizing it and they're not taking actual mental illness seriously.
Mm-mm.
That's the other thing that's going on.
No,
too,
they just
unfortunately.
over medicate, and then send them out in the world. You know, here y'all deal with it. It's crazy.
Okay, Mandy, you're next.
Yeah, Larry again. Name so good you gotta say it twice. Hey, love bug.
Absolutely.
$2 over here. Mandy could charm the woke out of anybody. Hell, that's so sweet. I'll have to practice that on Twitter and see.
Yeah,
if it
can you
works.
please charm some like woke people into not being woke, and then document it so we know how it's done.
So turn them. I need to infiltrate and then turn them.
Yeah,
turn them.
I feel like making fun of people seems to work. That's what made me.
It usually does. You have to laugh. You have to clown this stuff. You really do not take this crap seriously.
Because that's the other thing too, is they don't understand humor. That's one of the weapons.
No,
is
that's
the
why their
fire.
comedy sucks so much.
I think the key to all of this is the Mandy Sutra.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
do too.
that's fair.
That or Jar Jar Brinks. I haven't.
Well, Lord have mercy.
It's my turn.
Yep, you're on Zev.
Steve for 5. Thank you so much. Says Venom is what now? Symbiotes are genderless. Reproduce asexually. If a label had to be put on them, it would be non-binary. That's a good point.
That is absolutely a good point. Yeah, they're trying to. Well, we don't know 100% that they're going to add it to the movie, but in the marketing of the movie, they are insinuating that Venom, a genderless symbiote, that if had a gender would probably be female, considering that it created carnage, right?
Right.
Is now going to rave parties and
gay parties.
and getting gay.
I gotta say though, gay clubs and gay raves were some of the best raves I've ever been to.
They're fun, right?
They're so fun.
They are so fun.
Gay people know how to party, man.
They do. They party like nobody's business.
It's great.
It is
weird.
No, we just like to party.
I'm telling you, they have the best parties.
Yeah, we just like to party, Tom.
Let's see. We have Hillis Mallory for $2. Thank you so very much. B5 reboot. Bruce Willis to play Garibaldi.
He's too old to play Garibaldi now.
Especially these
Oh
days.
God, I'm so goofy.
Why?
Because I thought I haven't watched a lot of Babylon 5. I've seen a little bit, and
Yeah.
I thought he was calling Bruce Willis a baldy and just added something to it, and I thought it
Oh,
was really
Lord.
funny because he can play
Mandy.
a baldy.
Good Lord. I mean, it fits. That's the funny part.
Yeah, that's
but the character's name is actually Garibaldi.
Yeah, it is. And the actor, rest in peace.
Yeah. See, that's one of the things that makes me sad about this quote unquote reboot is that a lot of the actors have passed away. And it's like, just let it be this pure thing that they have for the rest of time. You
They're
know,
not remaking old enough movies. To remake movies, they need to go back to like stuff that people probably haven't seen. You know what I mean?
Back, dude, there's been so many movies. Go back to like the 40s and 50s and remake those movies. Like, why are you making stuff from like 90s?
Exactly.
We don't need a Babylon 5 reboot.
No,
I
we
know,
don't.
there's sucky sci-fi out there, but you know what? We can still go back and watch Babylon 5. There's really no reason to reboot it. I don't know why JMS decided to reboot it. I don't know what kind of offer that they made him, but it just not on the CW.
Well, and the other thing too is that concerns me is I read in the article that he, as much as I love him for creating Babylon 5, apparently he went on to work on like Sense8, and Sense8 is one of the worst woke pieces of garbage I've ever seen in my entire life. So I'm like, how do you go from making Sense8 or for Babylon 5 to Sense8, and then now you're like, I'm rebooting Babylon 5, and I'm like, oh, so it's gonna be all about.
He may have with all of the crap that he went through with Babylon 5, especially when it moved networks, and then one of the actors didn't come back. One of the mainland actors didn't come back, and just with all the crap that happened with that, plus, if I remember correctly, he did the series Jeremiah, which was also awesome. But he was talking about how he was getting sick and tired of dealing with idiots, at the network, especially when he was trying to get Malcolm Jamal Warner's character to get more lines, and the network kept pushing against him. So he probably just decided, you know what, screw it. I'll just roll with it.
I just got to say this, Script Doctor, you shut your fucking mouth. Tammy and the T-Rex is a classic film. Nobody better touch it. Paul Walker, R.I.P.
I have no idea that was actually a movie.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Nunchucking dinosaurs. Is that what
You
I
never
need to know?
seen Tammy and the T-Rex?
No, I have not seen Tammy and the T-Rex.
It is unabashedly batshit crazy, fucking amazing.
What the hell is it?
I'll have to
It's
watch
about a
it
guy
after I
who
watch
gets killed and
Bumblebee.
put into electronic T-Rex, and he
Lord
loves
have mercy.
this chick, so they try to find him a
Oh my
body.
god! Yeah,
and-
it's Paul Walker and the guy from or the chick from Wild Things.
Okay, all right. I gotta watch Bumblebee. Then I'll have to go.
Oh my
check that
god!
out.
There's a really pretty scene of her too, where she's getting like undressed. Ooh.
Wait, which girl from Wild Things?
The not Nev Campbell, the other one, the blonde one.
Charlie
yeah,
Sheen's
Mrs.
wife?
Charlie Sheen.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Her.
It's shame.
She
That's
is.
what I remember her name as. Oh yeah, Denise Richards.
Thank you.
Denise
Thank you.
Richards.
Yeah,
Yes, that's right.
There we
She's
go.
really hot.
She's very hot. Yeah.
True. She really is. Let's see.
There's actually this like 10-minute clip on Fanzine's channel of me explaining the plot to Tammy and the T-Rex, and it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating because I'm like, I'm not done yet. Because it's just crazy thing after crazy thing. It is one of the most batshit crazy 90s movies ever.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
All right, let's see. Where are we? We are at 200 Watt Studios. And that's Mandy.
200 Watt Studios for $5. Thank you so much, Love Bug. Nina's classy, beautiful. Mandy had to make it dirty. What did I make dirty?
What did you do?
I don't know.
Was it the stand-up?
What did he do?
I don't know.
Was it the stand-up cardboard
It may
nipple
have been the
squeezing
flick.
thing?
It may have been flicking your bean.
Okay, maybe.
I don't know. I say a lot of dirty shit. So
That's always Mandy though.
It
That's why we
literally-
love her.
It literally could have been anything.
Everything is dirty.
Yeah, you have to narrow it down when it comes to Mandy.
Yeah, when you're
Let's
talking
see.
about something dirty, I said you gotta
Let's see.
more specific. But thank you.
Aiken,
Yeah.
for $7.99. Thank you so much. Says hi, ladies and Tom.
Hello.
Y'all so lovely. My brother knows his comic book lore and member of the rainbow community. He couldn't roll his eyes hard enough about Venom. Wow.
Yeah, anybody that read the comic is just gonna be like,
Oh, it was the stand-up. Okay.
stand up.
Okay.
Yeah, I did turn that dirty by saying.
Okay, there we go. What was
All right.
what did
Pitch
200 Watt Studios say?
Oh,
Oh, that's not related to what we're talking about.
oh,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
So we have Hillis Mallory for $5. Thank you so very much. The cheerleader isn't even an original character, and I looked at the link that you put up. I guess I didn't read Daredevil, so I have zero reference for that.
Yeah,
But that's
I'm
what
not
you're
sure either
saying.
because
Yeah.
I've only seen Daredevil through.
Yeah, he was one of
Spider-Man.
those. I had limited time for comics, and Daredevil was not on my short list.
What about you, Mandy? Have you read Daredevil?
I've read some issue here, issue there, just when a friend had it, but that was never one of the ones I was like really into. So
Right.
Okay.
I know of it and read a little bit, but not enough to even remotely have a conversation about it. So
Oh, let's see. Nina, you're up next.
Is it me? Okay, 200 Watt Studios. Thank you so much for the $2. Says I'll be woke for you, Mandy. Turn me, please.
Oh, I screwed up. That was actually Mandy, but
was
that worked out good.
That did work out.
I shall turn you, sir. Don't you worry.
You can go, Mandy, I guess, because the Ariel.
Okay. Ariel Koto for $2. Thank you so much, Lovebug. Venom reproduced the same way as sponges and stars. See, yeah, that's what I remember too. It was,
yeah,
exactly.
Let's see, 200 Watt Studio. Thank you so much for the $5. Claudia Christian said JMS wants the original cast in the reboot. I am thinking JMS and CW want to make it like Cobra Kai, mixing the old with the new. Well, you don't have Jerry Doyle.
You don't have a
in
lot
the original
of them.
class. He's not there. And I forget two of the other guys who passed away.
The main lady, Delenn, she passed away.
So Mira Furlan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know her name.
that's two. That's Mira Furlan. That's Delenn. So that's Mira Furlan. So she was like one of the main characters. I don't see how they can even do that. But
you can't replace her. This is what I'm talking about. It's like painful to even think about.
It's not that group of actors had the best chemistry. That was like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, there's no way of recapturing.
Why it was so
like
depressing when Claudia Christian didn't go over to TNT along with the rest of the cast. But that's another story. It's nice aspiration, but I don't know if they're going to be able to pull it off. If they do, I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong.
I do too. I mean, I hope I'm wrong too. But I mean, again, just reading the fact that like one of the things he works on was Sense8, I was like, good Lord, it's not going to turn out well.
Not bad.
Now that the writers are like getting fired too, it's
God,
like what's
now
you know
it's really going to be a hot garbage. You know, like that meme. The floating garbage fired all along. That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Oh, Mandy, you're next, John Edgar.
Yeah, John Edgar for $5. Thank you so much, Lovebug. Hello, ladies and Tom. Sorry I'm late, still at work. I love your show. Thank you for sticking up for us, guys. I'm so tired of being told we're toxic.
Oh my God, look at the kitty cat. No, please turn on your camera. That was so cute.
She's so pretty. I forgot. Is it a he? Because I know you call it
asshole.
A-hole.
Yeah.
He was staring at Tom like, I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's what Professor X does. Although he's just like, I own your stuff. So that's pretty much what
that was so
I'm
cute.
talking about you. He's stretched
Oh.
out down there. Bought him a bed. No, he won't sit in it. No, he just
No, hell no.
lying on the floor. Nah.
Cats ain't gonna do that.
Mm-mm.
But let's see where. Well, now I done lost it. Oh,
Yeah, my cat's here. I'm gonna go grab her.
okay. Where was I? Where the hell did it go? I lost my shit.
Let's see. Oh, so
Oh, okay. Yes, there we go. John Edgar. I'm so sorry, love bug. So you're at work. That's well, make that money, boy.
Yeah,
and thank
exactly.
Thank you. And yeah, I agree. I'm sick and tired of hearing men get told that they're toxic. I'm tired of that. You got a white
sick of that.
kitty.
She's so pretty.
But yeah, it is absolutely getting disgusting. The way men are being treated in society.
It's disgusting.
It really is. It really is. You guys, these people are assholes. Y'all are not toxic.
I've had that happen to me before.
My cat was like,
where she's just like, I'm done. I had it. I'm out. I'm sorry, but if I bring up Professor X, he'll probably do something like lick his nutsack while
my cat was like, "Fuck you! You picked me up while I was sleeping."
Oh God!
Oh my God!
This is what cats do.
They do. They will.
She's like, I'm done with you.
I've
that
had enough
is the
of this.
second wild pussy we've seen today.
Yeah, it's not even the first.
Not even the first. That's our second.
God.
Oh my God.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will grab you.
Yeah, you should grab her just in case.
Let's see.
Just in case she freaks out too, and then
let's see. Yeah, then we can all staring freak out cat, and who knows what mine's gonna do when I bring him up here. Oh, let's see who's next.
Oh my God! Please freak out, asshole.
Let's see. Yeah, Nina, I think you're next.
Which one am I on?
200 watt studio.
200 watt studio. Thank you so much for the $5. Says in B5. Remember, for 20 years, Ivanova was on a ship with, and Sheridan was on Minbari. Yeah, Minbari. So it could work if the CW show were set during that time. I don't know, man. Oh, Kitty. Oh,
this is Professor X.
Cat freaked out.
There you go. I know you. Let me put you down. You look already like.
Yeah, my cat was asleep, and I like picked her up, and she's not feeling it.
Your cat's the asshole of the night, Nina.
Yeah, I know. She was like,
"Get
away from me." She was like,
yeah,
"I'm
all
done.
the other cats are behaving."
Out. Well, I had to put him down because if I would have held him any longer than that, he would have flipped out.
I was about to put him down, or put her down, and then she freaked out. Anyways, I was too late. Just a second.
Hey, phrasing.
Jesus Christ.
Well, we have oh gosh, Jesus Davia for $5. Thank you so very much. Bad dad joke incoming. What does Aquaman use to bang drums?
Oh no.
What?
Fish sticks. Oh my.
I don't believe you.
Freaking cat hair everywhere now too. It's like there's like phantom cat hair everywhere.
That was a good one.
I like that.
And
Mandy, you're next.
Yep, 200 watt studio for $5. Thank you, Love Bug. I agree. I don't need a Babylon 5 reboot. The series is perfect. So many have passed, but I'm just speculating on what they might be thinking.
Oh, absolutely. I totally.
Yeah.
If you're smart, everyone's like, how can we do the same thing as Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
So it makes total sense.
Definitely. And then is it my turn?
Yes,
Mallory
it's your
for
turn.
5. Thank you so much. It says number 9 is the character cheerleader with regen powers that is off the chart. Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Okay, cool.
I had no idea.
No idea. Deranged Lunatic for $1.99. Thank you so very much. 7 of the original cast of Babylon 5 have passed. Oh, well, put a fork in that. No.
Yeah. That's what I said. A lot of them are gone now.
That's
so weird.
Yeah, I need to find my signed Babylon 5 autograph. I got it somewhere. I guess I should
really?
bring it down.
That
so
shit's
cool.
too new. They need to be respectful and wait. If they're going to do a remake at all, they need to give it a good
They-
bit of time.
They really do.
They do.
It's perfect the way that
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then we have a Bird Up. That would be you, Mandy. Bird Up.
Bird up.
Bird
Let's
up.
go bird up for $5. Thank you, Living. My cat is probably sharpening her claws. She does that constantly. It seems
Don't do that.
suspicious. Yeah, you need to be suspicious. You need to be if they're sharpening their claws.
Oh,
cat
you
was
there
so
you
over it.
always suspect them. They're always up to something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Always.
god. Oh my God.
I think that's all our super chats.
We are caught
I
up,
think that's
ladies.
it.
Nice. Oh, you guys
Thank
have been
you,
so
guys.
amazingly generous tonight. Thank you so much. So appreciate you guys are the best.
Ooh, is it time for the Mandy Sutra?
Are y'all ready?
I
Are
believe
y'all
it
ready
is.
for it?
It's
I believe
time,
it.
ladies and gentlemen. Just what you've been waiting for, the Mandy Sutra.
All right, guys. Strap in, strap up, strap on. Here we go.
Oh my.
This one is called the Dirty Moose. Oh, a big screen for those. Nice. The Dirty Moose. That is where you leave your girl's drawers on, okay? And just slide them to the side. Then start tagging it doggy style. And when you're done, you give her a super wedgie and then slap her on the ass and say, "That's a nice moose knuckle you're toting there," with excitement. Hey, girl, I like that moose knuckle. That's how you do it. The Dirty Moose.
Oh my god.
Just slide the drawers to the side. You ain't even got to take them off. Just
I
to the
did.
side.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
200 Watt Studios for 5 says, just give me the remastered HD Babylon 5 and do whatever you want, JMS. That's true. We need that. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you
yeah,
can see
you-
that, I think, on HBO Max. But yes, go ahead, Mandy. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to talk more about the moose knuckle.
Please do.
But
Please do.
you got to make sure it's really up there and point at it and laugh.
Very important.
That's it. That's very important.
Okay.
That's it. That's the Dirty Moose, you guys. Now go forth. Go
Try.
forth and try.
And report back to us.
Yes, and then report back and let us know how
I
it
wonder
went.
if anyone's actually doing these moves. I would be
Better.
really interested to know.
Just hopefully,
I
just
would
so you
like
know,
that
if you
better.
hurt yourselves, you cannot sue us. We are not liable
that-
for any moves in the Mandy
Mhm.
Sutra.
That's
What he
true.
said. What he
Perform
said.
at your
This
own
is
risk.
That's
yeah,
true.
just do it at your
Whether
own
is Midnight
risk.
Destiny
Mhm.
Associates or guests or hosts.
Yeah.
And stretch.
We-
Like
first.
that.
We just got another super. There you go.
A super sticker from Dr. Long Dongler.
It's heart eyes.
This little guy with hard eyes. Googly hard eyes for you ladies.
Thank you for that 99 pence super.
The doctor is in. Mr. Long Dongler. I like that name. I gotta be honest. I think that is.
Wait,
an
what was
excellent
it?
name.
Dr. Long
Mr.
Dongler?
Long.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Or
Dr.
Dr.
Long.
Long. He's a doctor, not just a mister. I'm sorry.
No, he's a doctor.
He
He's a
went to
doctor.
Long Dongler Medical School.
He is a doctor.
Yeah, you're right.
They molested the
Oh,
alligators
this is
down
another
there.
one that's very, very true. Don't be hitting me up for no child support.
No,
If you have a baby doing the Mandy Sutra, that's on you.
that's on
Mhm.
you. Wrap your stump before you hump.
And that's true as well. If you want to avoid transmission of diseases, you must wrap your dick if you don't want to get sick. And with that, I want to thank all you lovely folks out there in the chat. And of course, these lovely ladies, Kamran, and so many of you tonight who sent in super chats, and the members and all you lovely folks. Take care of yourselves and each other. Is there anything going on that you ladies want to plug real quick, Dina?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, go ahead, Mandy. Go for
Go
it.
buy my
Mandy is
book.
like
Buy
ready to.
Mandy's book.
Yeah,
Buy
last
my
day to
book.
get it.
Jane
Buy
the
my
Vampire
book.
Hunter, available on Indiegogo. You guys go check it out if you haven't already. I'm really trying to hit 50K before we close. So
Woo.
check
What are you
it
at
out.
now?
47 and some change.
Oh, we
So
can do
it's,
this. We
it's
can
pretty
do this,
close.
folks.
It's pretty
We can
close.
do this,
so,
folks.
yeah, everybody,
Go
please
over there
go
and
check
buy
out my book.
Mandy's book.
Buy
Back
my book.
Mandy's book.
Buy my
And what I got going on Wednesday, Infinite
Yeah.
Talk with John on my channel, John Talks, and Fridays, Infinite Hope for good news. So yeah, check it out. Check out my channel.
Absolutely. And Bird Up sends us $2 more if you want to take that, Lorena, as you
Oh,
take
sure.
us out and
Bird,
tell us what you're up to.
Bird Up for $2. Thank you so very much. Says this is a fun show.
It is.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's a fun show.
Absolutely.
You Bird Up.
Well, I have a busy day tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. I have the Fandom Girls anime stream. We are going to be talking the first season of My Hero Academia. God, that is like my
Yay,
favorite
yes,
anime that's going on. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern. Also tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern over on Demogenize's channel, The Dark Council will be holding court. So please do go over there and check it out as I produce their show. Let's see. We also have what is it? Yeah, Friday is my lunch table show where is actually going to be my guest over there at 12
How
noon.
cool
Nice.
is
So you can
that?
check her out while I interview her. And over the weekend, because I'm nuts and because I've been to the park so many times, I just need to take video of this happening. I am going to be live streaming from the Magic Kingdom on Saturday and Epcot on Sunday. The 50th anniversary celebrations are going on at Disney World. So I'm going to
Cool.
be live streaming.
Ooh,
all
and
that cool stuff.
for the Dark Council, you have some special guests, right?
Yes, we do. Special guest 19K Fox is going to be appearing.
Oh,
Comics
yay.
Chat, aka Danny, is going to be there as well. Also, the ladies from Force of Light Entertainment.
That's
are going to
right.
be
Very
there
Michelle
as
and
nice.
well.
Daisy are gonna
Come
be
check it
there.
out because I do believe it is going to be the last show before the Dark Council has their big, huge meetup the next week. So definitely come check that out.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and yes, you guys, I am going in demand. I just saw somebody in the chat. Yes, we are going in demand. No worries if you can't back it right now and you're wanting to. You do have time, but the campaign technically, like, it ends the time in, so it goes into demand. So yeah, that's it's a
Cool.
big deal. It's a big deal.
All right. So with that, let's say goodnight.
Good night, you
Good night,
guys. Love y'all.
Good night,
Thank you.
kids.
Good
Take care of
night.
yourselves and each other.